Yeah, no, you gotta show the camera.
Andy's at 5,000, the blinds are 15 and 30. Quick fold by Mike Sexton, and now Jesse Martin, originally out of Northborough, Massachusetts, now living in LA. He has big slick ace-king of hearts.
Great way to lead off this final table, the premium hand.
He's gonna raise it to 85,000 to go. Right behind him, Jared Griener with the king jack of diamonds calls. Daniel Strelitz going out, he's the chip leader. And also going out is Simeon, but now Richard Tuhrim,
85.
a chess national master, 23 years old, out of New York, has a pair of threes.
Now, Bobby Fischer here has a decision to make. Decides to call, but he's on a short stack, so he can't speculate too much.
So pot number one, nice action, three-handed. The flop is a 9-8-4, no one getting lucky there.
Not much for anyone here. I'm wondering if Jared will seize on this pot. He's in position. He's got a couple of backdoor draws to go along with his overcards. Nope, decides to check it back. Perhaps worried that Richard will just go all in over a bet.
Everyone checking a queen on the turn. Jared picks up a straight draw. And the chess master checks.
Still not much happening on this board, and checks around a second time.
River card coming up.
Bang!
Wow! 10 hits, makes a straight there for Jared.
Now, Jared's got the nuts, but I doubt he expects to get a lot of money out of his hand after getting checked to in all three streets. Bets 205,000 into 3.
Richard going out, and now Jesse Martin. Jesse going out as well, so pot number one going to Jared Griener. He's 30 years old, out of Huntington Beach, California, right down the road, and it's his first WPT final table.
Good first hand, boys.
Wonder if he's a Pats fan. Said he's been on a downswing recently and satellited into this LAPC main event, so that should fix his downswing.
Fold by Jared, and now the chip leader Daniel Strellis is going to raise. He's also from Orange County. He's going to get action by Simeon with ace-queen.
I was curious whether Simeon would call or re-raise here pre-flop. He's decided to call, maybe trying to set up one of those short stacks behind him. Now over to Jesse with queen-jack suited in the big blind.
Yeah, he likes it. He'll make the call. Three-way action again. Let's see who will get lucky on the flop. It's a 10-5-4, so no one.
Yeah, nobody connects on this board here. Jesse's got a little piece, overcards and some backdoor draws, but Simeon with the best hand, he's gonna bet, take the lead in this pot.
The Bulgarian, 29 years old. Tough player taking a shot at this, and he will win it with that. Just ace high, taking the pot. There are his Bulgarian railbirds, rooting him on.
I wonder if they came over after they realized he was deep in the event, or if they were already here and he just so happened to have them come out for this final table.
Yeah, it's amazing how it happens when if you make a final table.
You got friends you never knew you had.
Exactly. They come out of the woodwork. A quick fold by the Bulgarian. Also Richard going out.
Mike Sexton raises to 75,000 on the button with an ace deuce into the blinds.
Mike looking very serious.
He's looking professional too, suit and tie.
Wanting to take his first pot here tonight. Will he get action with his ace high? Everyone folding. Mike Sexton, the Hall of Famer, taking down this pot, picking up the antes and the blinds.
I'm doing commentary and I didn't bother to wear a tie.
Mike always said a tie at the game is a good thing when you're playing against it, because usually guys that are wearing a tie aren't the strongest players, and now he's contradicting himself here.
It's totally true, Vince. Whenever I see a well-dressed man at the table, I'm like, who is this fish?
Here we got a raise by Strelitz, the chip leader, to 85,000.
You notice our blinds have gone up. We're playing 20,000, 40,000 now. So Daniel, just over the min to 85, but Richard with an ace-7 suited is a real decision.
All in.
Call. Wow, he's going to push all in. An insta-call by Daniel.
These hands essentially played themselves. Daniel called off that 13 big blind shove. Richard out in front here.
He's from New York. He's a poker pro, 23 years old, a great chess player. And his poker life on the line right now.
Doesn't matter what you have. Whenever you're all in against king-queen suited, you don't have a good feeling. You're just, oh, he's got king-queen suited.
Here is the flop, and it's a good one for Richard, hitting sevens. The chess guy looking nice.
7 of clubs for fun.
And Daniel up on his feet, wanting to get lucky. Not there. 9 of hearts, so Richard out in front.
6 outs going to the river for Daniel. King or a queen will send Richard home. Otherwise, he's doubling up.
And the river card.
Ooh, there it is. There it is.
Unbelievable.
And that's all she wrote for Turum.
So that's checkmate for Richard Tuhrim, the chess player, out in 6th place. He'll take home $191,000. Let's go. Here's disappointment.
He's going to call you River Rat.
Richard, tough hand there. You came in here to play cash games at Commerce, and you found yourself in this tournament. Tell us about your experience this week.
It's been a great run, and, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I mean, obviously had to, win some big pots and get a bit lucky to even be here. So, this one didn't go my way, but, shortest in chips anyway. And, there's always other tournaments and other cash games.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
And we go to the felt, a quick fold by our chip leader, and now Simeon Naydenov from Bulgaria picking up a pair of sevens.
Gonna raise it up here, of course.
90,000 to go. Mike Sexton has to fold. Jesse Martin lives in LA, 36 years old, also folding. And now Jared Griener with a nice little 4-5 of diamonds, and he will speculate with that, makes the call.
Not folding those kind of hands out of the big blind.
Let's go to the flop.
Ah, that's a pretty interesting flop for these two hands. A set for Simeon and an open-ended straight draw with Jared, plus a little backdoor flush draw action.
Simeon hitting 3 of a kind, makes the continuation bet of 125. And Jared is interested, will make this call.
And there is a handsome-looking deuce for Simeon Naydenov.
Yeah, Jared not hitting there, he's gonna check it.
Well, on a board this coordinated, I would expect Simeon to keep betting and bet kind of big because he knows there's a lot his opponent can continue with.
Yeah, bets 340. Jared now. Can't take the heat, has to fold his hand.
And after that pot, the Bulgarian rail is coming alive.
That's it.
So in the audience, Simeon from Bulgaria, his friends have actually brought in a flag today of Bulgaria. Do you think they brought that in, Tony, or do you think they actually had to go to a flag shop today?
Oh, they definitely brought that in.
Yeah.
Where do you even buy a flag?
There's flag shops.
Flag shops?
Yep. I used to have one.
You used to have one.
Ah, okay.
You got a flag guy?
You want a flag? I got it for you. No.
I feel like we're gonna go to the parking lot. You're gonna open up the back of your van. You want a flag over here?
I don't know why I'm even saying that. I'm lying on TV here. All right, I'm sorry. No flag shop, but a nice group he has on the rail with him. Very, very patriotic and supportive. And we move around to this hand. We see that Daniel Strelitz with a Jack-6 is going to take a shot. Makes it 135 to go. Simeon going to make the call with a Jack-9.
I love how fast Simeon plays. He just instantly acts on every street.
On the flop's a 10-9 deuce. That's good for Simeon. Not good for Daniel.
Real good looking flop for Simeon here. Daniel, just a couple of backdoor draws with an overcard. Gonna try and take this down though.
Take a stab again, 155. That's not gonna work. Simeon with the quick call. Go into the turn. Big ace. Now Daniel. He has checked it.
Some people like to bet on an ace. If they raised pre-flop, they think they can represent an ace that lands on the turn. Daniel decides to slow down here. Simeon checks behind. And a queen on the river further weakens Simeon's pair of nines. So does Daniel want to bet? Looks like he does.
Bold bet with just jack high, betting 325.
This is tough for Simeon.
Yeah, he can't make the call. He folds it.
There you go. You get to the river with jack high and can't win by checking. So you take a shot at bluffing, and it works out for Daniel Strellis.
Nice deal for Daniel, the chip leader. Now he's close to 7.5 million in chips. And his family's on the rail here tonight. His mother and father rooting him on. He is from Orange, California.
Where's their flag?
Yeah. I can get him a flag. All right, quick fold now by Simeon. Mike Sexton also going out. Jesse Martin with a king 5 of diamonds. Seems to like it. Gonna make it 115 to go.
You see Jesse still opting for this big sizing. It's kind of a cash game strategy. He's sticking with the strategy that he's familiar with.
And Daniel with an 8-6. Little splash around. And hope to get lucky. Here is the flop.
This is not a great flop for Jesse. Daniel with an open-ended straight draw.
Yeah, he checks it, and Jesse checking behind him. Losing interest. Going to the turn. It's a king that's gonna hit Jesse.
Well, that'll make him more interested, but Daniel here still with 8 high straight draw wants to make a bet, hoping his opponent has something like ace high that's just gonna fold.
Hey, that's 150 into Jesse, who just hit his kings here, and he will make the call.
Jesse, of course, not going out now that he has top pair.
Down to the river card. It's a deuce, doesn't change a thing.
That's a great card for Jesse, but I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel bets again. He cannot win by checking, so I'm not sure if this will work, but I do like his bet since his opponent can have some weak pairs that are going to have to fold this river, and he cannot win by checking.
Good call.
And Jesse has figured it out, making the call.
So back-to-back bluffs by Daniel Strelitz. One works and one doesn't.
Yeah, but you gotta admire Daniel's chutzpah, betting with nothing. 5 players are remaining here at the Commerce Casino, and we'll be right back. Blinds at 20 and 40. Action on Jesse Martin. And he will not play it. Jared also going out, and now it's to the chip leader, Daniel. He's got king 8 of hearts, and he will raise it to 85,000 to go.
Simeon in the small blind with a suited king of his own, going out. And now Mike Sexton with garbage in the big blind, also out. Quick one for Daniel Strelitz.
Yep, he is taking pots. Very aggressive player.
Let's go, Daddy. Let's go, Deoxy. Go!
Wow, Farrell drinking. It must be any day of the week.
Jared with king 7 of clubs. He elects to fold, and now Strellis with a king 10 of hearts will make it 85,000 to go. Simeon goes away, and Sexton,
I'm all in.
he's gonna shove all in.
Mike on the short stack here, quality hand for a quality player, is going for it. And Daniel very quickly out, so Mike is gonna take down that pot unopposed.
Let's go to the next hand. Action on Daniel Strelitz. He's gonna finally get out of a hand. And now Simeon, Naydenov with an ace-queen.
Strong hand here for Simeon.
Yeah, he'll raise it to 90,000 to go into Sexton, who picks up a pair of kings.
Ooh, but a stronger hand for Mike, and I'm curious to see his sizing here. He just went all in, so I think if he makes a small raise...
I'm all in.
Oh, yep, there it is.
That's his sizing. He is gonna shove and put the pressure back on Simeon.
It's tempting to get cute and make a small raise, but I think that would be transparent against a thinking player like Simeon. So I think Mike going all in is the best option here, and Simeon now has a very tough decision. Not an easy spot for Simeon, but he's going to come to the right conclusion. Very nice, disciplined fold.
Mike Sexton taking the pot. They're afraid to play with them. 5 players remain here at the LAPC, and we're coming back for more on the World Poker Tour.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Action on Sexton. Fourth time at a final table on the World Poker Tour. He's gonna fold it. And now Jesse Martin with a 10 deuce, the Doyle Brunson hand. Mucks that.
Takes a little breather before folding. Now with Jared holding 10-8 on the button.
90.
Going up to 90.
Gets the chip leader Daniel to go out, and now Simeon not enough with an ace-5.
He's not going anywhere.
So Jared from Huntington Beach getting aggressive here. Let's see if he gets lucky. No, ace-6, 3 on the flop. That's aces for Simeon, and he will check it.
Great looking flop for Simeon here, but it's also a board that Jared is going to follow through on almost every time, so he does bet 110 here. And Simeon, as always, acts very quickly, which sets off alarm bells in Jared's mind.
6 on the turn, pairs the board.
A lot of guys like to lead in these blind battles when the middle card pairs here. Instead, Simeon checks over to Jared, and he's cutting out a bet here, but I'm not sure why he wants to bet this card. This is not one that's going to make Simeon fold many hands, and Jared really just has nothing, no draw, no outs.
Well, he has bet at 230. Simeon gonna make this call, going to the river. It's a jack.
It's also a pretty good looking card for Simeon. The obvious draws missed, and if he was behind something like ace-9, ace-10, now he's chopping with that hand.
Jared is considering another stab at a bluff.
That would not go well.
And now he looks back down at his hand, and oh, he's gonna slow down.
There you go. So good check by Jared on the end. I think he probably could have saved that turn bet, but I get what he's trying there.
There's the Bulgarian Railbirds, loving it. Simeon, 29 years old. He's made close to $2 million in worldwide earnings. Things are going well for him tonight. And we move on a couple folds around to Daniel. He's the chip leader, and with just a 9-10, it's gonna make it 85,000 to go. Simeon out, and now Mike Sexton with ace-king.
Come on.
Mike Sexton dropping the hammer with ace-king.
And he doesn't get action. Sometimes it's nice just to take the pot. Take it when you can. Very subdued tonight. There are his buddies and Railbirds rooting him on.
There you have it. After winning those all-ins, and after Jared bluffed off some of his chips, Mike now up to 4th. Jared our short stack.
You realize Mike Sexton has made over $6.2 million in worldwide earnings, and that's just in tournaments. Forget about the cash games. Jared, quick fold by him. Daniel now finally getting a real hand pair of jacks. Makes it 85.
Well, he's built up his aggressive image. Now he's got a quality hand. Raises into the big blind of Jesse Martin, who also has a quality hand. Ace-10 suited here. Now, be aware, Jesse is essentially tied for second in chips, and Daniel is the only one that can really bust him. So he's going to be a little bit cautious when he knows that being patient will help him move up the pay ladder.
Look at this flop, a 10-8-7. Jesse with top pair ace kicker. He's going to check it.
This could be a trouble pot for Jesse. Daniel decides to check behind on that coordinated board.
4 spades on the turn. You got to think Jesse's going to bet. No, he checks again.
Surprised that he's checking, but I guess he is prioritizing pot control against the chip leader.
Daniel's going to make the bet with the overpair, 115.
And maybe he's seen Daniel bluff a couple of times already, and he thinks, well, if I keep checking to him, he's going to bluff a whole bunch, and then if I just check, I don't risk going bust, so...
Well, the river card is a queen. Jesse can't like that. He's checking again.
He can't like that, but he also has to believe that if Daniel had something like, you know, queen-jack or king-queen, he's going to bet on the flop.
Daniel's bet 320. Puts in a value bet.
It's a very nice bet from Daniel. Tells me that he can hand read well. He's not too concerned about the queen. He believes that Jesse probably has like a 10 or an 8.
Jesse's got to call that.
Very well played hand from really both players. I don't think that Jesse can get away on that river, but he did a good job of minimizing his risk.
Jesse Martin now with a nothing hand. It's going to fold into Jared Griener. Nope. Daniel Strelitz is the chip leader. Let's see what he does.
A lot of players like limping in the small blind with many of their hands. Daniel has adopted a more aggressive strategy, continues to raise out of the small.
135 total. Simeon calling with ace deuce. Here's the flop. It's a 9-6-4.
Daniel with a gut shot straight draw, gonna follow through. Simeon, as always, acts very quick, drops his hand.
Daniel Strelitz, the former ones to watch there. His family sits rooting him on. They've got to be so excited for the 27-year-old. Blinds at 20 and 40 at this point. Action back on Jesse. Quick fold. Jared out. Strelitz once again. No, even he can't play Jack Deuce. No, Simeon has picked up the ladies. Pair of queens.
Decides to limp in the small blind, get a little creative against Mike, who has a strong hand in king-queen suited.
He's going to raise at 165. Back on Simeon.
And now Simeon going with the limp re-raise out of the small blind. Let's see if that sets alarm bells off in Mike's head.
Now Mike is saying, why did I raise?
Really?
Kicking himself, saying, why did I have to be aggressive this time? Now what to do?
You'd raise to start with, you'd had them all.
That's a good point.
Tell Simeon if you just raise to start with, you get all my chips.
And he's going to release it. Simeon happy to take a pot away from the great Mike Sexton.
Good bet. I don't know if it was a good hand, but it was a good bet.
No, it was a good hand, Mike.
Big hand, and there's the flag. It's coming out again for the Bulgarian boys. Chuckling it up. Anytime you could beat a Hall of Famer like Mike out of a pot.
And our blinds are up here, Vince. We're playing 25,000, 50,000.
Back on Simeon. He will fold. Mike also folding. Jesse Martin. He's got just a Jack 9.
All in.
Whoa, what? I mean, Jared is the short stack, but he has like 24 blinds.
Call.
And he's got ace-queen, so he calls.
Jesse taking a shot that Jared has nothing, and he can just pick this
man.
pot up. But obviously, Jared with a big hand, ace-queen, has called it. Now,
We got this.
Jesse with more chips, of course, almost twice as much.
I get what Jesse was going for here, but that seems like too many chips to just rip.
Let's see if Jesse can get lucky. No, ace, ace-7, great for Jared. Looking great to double up.
And before the flop, Jared confidently said, we got this, and the flop was like, I got you.
9 of spades on the turn.
Put a bow on it, Vince. This hand is over.
River card is 8, so big double up for Jared Griener, and that's going to hurt Jesse Martin. 5 players left. What a battle we are seeing here tonight at the World Poker Tour.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
And he's at 5,000, blinds 25 and 50. Mike Sexton, quick fold by him. And now Jesse Martin from LA also folding. Jared Griener going out.
We've seen Daniel raise every time it's folded to him in the small blind, and it appears this time will be no different.
He is the chip leader, and he has raised and will take down this pot without a fight. He's a former ones to watch. There are his mother and father and friends rooting him on. And they're enjoying the action over at the Dr. Pepper bar.
That's so cute that his parents are in the audience, you know? We never see guys with their parents in the audience. Maybe a wife or a few friends or some guy that he owes money, but never parents.
Yeah, it's a great thing. He's a local, and he's going at it again. Pushing with Queen, Jack. Will he get action? Jesse out. So again, Daniel Strelitz winning this pot.
You cashed the 1-drop, right? The year you played it?
I did. It was amazing. They played 9 when there were 10 players left playing a bubble for 1.2 million. And now I'm one of the 3 short stacks. I'm playing 150 and 300 blinds. And mentally, I'm prepared to last 2 or 3 hours. I said, you know, for $1.2 million, this is going to take forever. You know?
Yeah, you kidding me?
First hand of 10-handed poker. Sam Trickett raised under the gun to 800,000. He had 21 million. Folded all the way around to the big blind, who was a Russian guy. He moved all in for 5 million. Sam shrugged, said, I called, turned up a king-8 offsuit for 4.2 million more. I thought, wow, I can't believe you're going to double this guy up on that hand. And
Mike looking down at his hand, and he's got a pair of kings. Oh boy, the story's going to go on hold with these kings.
And the Russian guy turned up a queen-10 offsuit. Sam had the best hand.
Guess he had a read.
We made 2 8s. The first hand, we were in the money.
Mike doesn't care about his story anymore. All he cares about is getting action right now.
I said, Sam, I said, you're always going to be a hero of mine.
Yeah.
Always.
And he's going to get it from Daniel. So we are going to go to the flop. Pair of kings for Sexton, and oh no, an ace, 8-3. Daniel hitting aces, he's going to check it.
I like that Mike is still betting here. You kind of want to bet these kind of flops with everything you raise into a big blind, but Daniel, unfortunately, has connected with the top pair, not going anywhere.
Yeah, made the call, going to the turn, 7, changes nothing. Mike, will he have the wisdom to slow down here? Daniel's checked it again. And yes, very wisely done.
Mike only has about a pot-sized bet left in his stack, so living on the edge right now.
River card, check, check. Mike has got to be wincing about that. He shows the kings. Daniel taking him down with an ace.
Best hand I've seen.
Daniel with close to 7.6 million. Mike down to 735. As 5 players compete at the Commerce Casino.
Daniel Strellis has barely lost a pot at this final table.
So frustrating for Sexton, going after his second WPT title of the season. You pick up kings and it gets beat. But good defense by him by not losing more.
All in.
Now Jesse Martin's going to push all in with ace-10. Jesse also with under 900,000. Jared going out, Daniel going out. Simeon won't play, so Jesse Martin, who lives in LA, 36 years old, taking that one down. Back at it, no mistake for Daniel Strelitz, who's the chip leader, and again, he's gonna raise it and get everyone to fold. Now he's aggressive.
I will say it's pretty cool to have someone as aggressive as Daniel be our chip leader, because he just forces the action.
He looks so nonchalant, too. Like he doesn't really care, like he just rolled out of bed. He must be jumping up and down inside, though. It's been raised by Daniel again. King Jack. Now it's up to Jared, who has a 9-10, has some money in there already. And yes, he completes the call. So King Jack versus 9-10, here we go with a flop.
8-5 deuce, not much for either player. That's actually not a bad flop for Jared, but there's also not enough that he can really continue with against a chip leader who he knows will continue the aggression on multiple streets. So a bet from Daniel and a fold from Jared. Our chip leader continues to stack.
Everything going the way for the 27-year-old. He says he's been underestimated at tables because of his youthful appearance.
He does look very young. He's the kind of guy that walks into a casino and immediately gets carded. And then the guard says, whoa, 27. Hold on, let me call somebody over and make sure this isn't fake.
$1 million for the winner here tonight. Everyone folding around to Jesse Martin.
All in.
He's gonna shove all in.
Wow. That seems like a little much for Jesse to be shoving, but I guess he figures he can't raise this button into Daniel without facing an all-in.
Like $1 million, right?
So he says, okay, I'm all in myself. If you got a hand that can call with, good for you.
All right.
Everyone going out, so this time he'll be successful with that move. Our chip leader still Daniel Strelitz, close to 7.8 million in chips. Mike Sexton down to 635,000. We had 521 total entries for the event. We're down to these 5. Quick fold by Sexton. Jesse also going out. Jared out, and now Strelitz, the chip leader. Will he do it again? But of course, raises it up to 165.
Simeon's like, are you even looking at your cards before you raise me?
It's just a great example of power poker by a chip leader. The local loving this moment.
I feel like the buzzards are circling.
Yeah. I was feeling like that a minute ago.
Mike hanging on there by dental floss. That's about it.
So many people on this table are short. The energy is kind of subdued right now.
All right, well, Daniel finally going to rest, take a break, leaving up to Simeon, who has a pair of deuces.
He's looking at the 2 short stacks, trying to decide, am I going to raise small or am I just going to go all in?
All in?
And I like the choice he made here.
Well, he puts the pressure on, puts them all in.
Jesse with a decent hand, but I don't think he can call here with Mike being so short right next to him.
Yeah, do you want to call it off for a race at this point? Especially because the difference between 5th and 4th is over 70,000. And he elects to make the fold.
I did.
And there's the advantage of just going all in, Vince. If Simeon had raised small there, I think that Jesse would have gone all in over the top. But because he just shoved, Jesse can't really call while Mike is still shorter and at risk of going out.
All right, Daniel this time with an awful 9-3. Even he won't play that hand. Simeon also going out.
I'm all in.
And now Sexton with ace-jack. He's going to shove all in.
Let's go!
Will he get some action with it? Does he want some action with it? Nope. He'll just take it down. Take the antes, take the blinds. Mike lives to see another hand.
I know we're usually supposed to be impartial, Vince, but I'm throwing that out the window tonight. It's all about Mike Sexton.
Mike down to about 640 in chips. Daniel with about 7.9. All right, we go right back down to the felt. Simeon, Mike out, everyone going out, and now Jared Griener with a pair of 6s.
Raise.
And he will raise to 125. Right behind him, Daniel has picked up the weapons of mass destruction.
What doesn't Daniel have?
He makes it 350 to go.
And this really sucks for Jared because he's 3rd in chips. There are a couple of guys really short, but he's got a quality hand and he's stuck out of position facing a re-raise against the chip leader. So he's going to call and go to a flop, but he needs to proceed carefully.
Yeah, I'd love to hit a set. Can he get that? No, it's a queen 3-3. Tricky flop for him.
This is not a fun spot to be in for Jared. You often suspect you're good on such an uncoordinated texture, but you wonder how you can continue against someone you expect to fire multiple barrels.
Daniel's gonna bet at 225.
Nice sizing from Daniel, but it's real small. Allows Jared to believe that perhaps he's just trying to buy it cheap.
Oh, danger everywhere. And finally, Jared making a good laydown right there. Daniel Strelitz with another one. He is dominating this final table.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
At this point, Daniel has in his stack what the other 4 players have combined in theirs.
Down to the money pit, a couple folds. And now Strelitz with a jack 8 of clubs, and of course he puts in a raise again, makes it 115.
Simeon's got a real hand in the small blind, but he goes out. You see him really avoiding conflict with the chip leader while there are 2 short stacks at the table, and says, look, I'm just not going to get involved with Daniel unless I've got a really strong hand.
He's pounding on us like Mike Tyson in his prime, isn't he? You guys might be too young to even know who Mike Tyson is.
That's a good.
The guy in The Hangover?
Yeah, that
Ah,
guy.
yeah.
The guy with the tiger in that movie.
Daniel's got lots of chips and quick wits. Although Mike Tyson had a great saying that I think kind of applies to poker, which was everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
That's right, he did say that. It's great. A raise by Strelitz.
I'm on.
And Mike coming back over the top.
Let's go!
Queen Jack, he's got all in.
Jesse Martin with King Queen suited right behind him, but I'm not sure he can call. No, he's going out, so the aggression there for Mike Sexton pays off. Daniel Strellis is out. He gets Jesse to fold a better hand. He's going to take down that pot.
I wanted to retweet it and comment, but he was on Twitter too, so that's fine.
With a nothing hand folds Jesse Martin with Jack 8 of diamonds.
Jesse's got about 17 blinds, sort of an awkward stack.
All in.
Wow.
And he's going for all of it.
He's gonna push it with Jack high. Jared behind him with a pair of sevens.
Jared with the decision.
No.
He's out. Okay. Daniel.
He's also out. And Simeon folding, so big time cash player Jesse Martin, the local, taking it down with Jack high. Very aggressive. Nicely done.
Well, I know those look like big shoves, Vince, but I think that Jesse is aware if he open raises, one of those stacks behind him is just going to come over the top and force him to a decision, so he takes that play away from them.
I'm all in.
Smart poker now. Mike Sexton's pushed all in with an ace-6.
Here we go.
I called.
Oh, no, don't do it.
Daniel with the insta-call with ace-10.
Didn't want to see that hand.
I didn't really want to call.
Mike in big trouble.
Strauss is like, I didn't want to call.
Vince, I need help, Vince.
Oh, boy.
Calling out for your help here, Vince.
Show me some love with hearts.
You can do it, Mike. Perhaps.
All right. What do all those guys say one time? Is that what they say?
I think that is what they said.
I need it here one time.
Here we go with the first three. It's a king, queen, 3.
Not a great start.
Jack of hearts for fun.
Could be worse.
Turn card is a 7. The Hall of Famer Mike Sexton needs to get lucky. Can he do it?
Pair the 7 or 3. I'll settle for that.
Pull the rabbit out of the hat. Come on. I mean, let's see it.
Mike calling for a chop. 7 or 3 would do it.
It's a 3.
Hey, a chop. Still alive.
Threes, king, queen, ace plays.
Yeah, lucky hit for Mike. Lucky move for Mike Sexton. Chopping that pot right there in the middle. 5 players remain. Mike is still here. Stay tuned. We're coming back on the LAPC in just a moment.
This guy's asked for a 6, and that's just getting too greedy, you know?
And he's explaining how greed kills in poker, and he's not a greedy guy. That's Mike Sexton. Quick drop there.
You can tell he's done this before. He knows if he asks for the 3-outer, he's going to get punished. But if you ask for the chop, the universe will reward you.
Yeah, the poker gods. All right, it's around to Jared. Queen, 8 of hearts. He's going to raise. Daniel going out with ace high.
I'm a little surprised that Daniel didn't come after Jared there. He's been winning every pot.
And the Bulgarian, Simeon, ace, deuce of diamonds. He's going to play. Flop is a 10, 7, 3.
Not much for either player.
Simeon's going to check it. And now Jared with nothing but queen high.
180.
And guts will bet 180,000. Simeon quickly folds his hand. And that's a big smile for Jared. Smile of a man that took it down on a semi-bluff.
Shit, that was the easiest spot I won all night. Can't believe it.
Tell the truth, have you ever given a walk to a short stack in your lifetime?
Oh, all the time.
You haven't done it here.
Yeah, Mike a little bitter about the aggressiveness of Daniel. He's so right that Daniel just keeps pushing.
I mean, it pains me a great deal, too, but all the time.
I believe it.
Fold by Griener. Action on Daniel. Look at this. With just a 4-3, a junk hand, he'll make it 115 to go. But Simeon behind him with a pair of 6s.
Simeon has really avoided playing hands against Daniel. Finally going to take a flop in position. Mike now with ace-9 suited.
Going to release that. Now Jesse with a pair of 5s.
Man, another decision. Now, does Jesse want to call or go all in? Thus far, he's been all in a lot pre-flop, but just going to call.
2 mid pairs. up against a 4-3, and the flop's at 8-8-4. Jesse with the fives checking. Now, Daniel caught a piece of that. He will make a continuation bet, 180.
It looks like a good board for Daniel, but he's actually in third place.
Simeon with a quick call.
And Jesse, kind of an awkward spot here.
Yeah, he's on the short stack. That would be a nightmare. Great fold by him.
Yeah, very disciplined fold there.
It's a two-way action. Simeon out in front, and he's staying out in front with his jack of hearts on the turn. Daniel losing interest checks. And Simeon will make a bet of 275.
It's a small bet from Simeon, trying to get a little value from a worse hand and block 6 out draws from getting to the river for free.
Now, Daniel hates to get robbed. He's thinking, what does this guy really have? And he makes this call. Down to the river we go. It's a 5. They both check, and Daniel finally losing the pot.
The 5 on the river would have connected with Jesse's pair, but I'm sure once he sees Simeon's pocket 6s, he feels pretty good about his fold.
Not really. You feel bitter because you could have outdrawn the guy.
But in the results-oriented world, he's furious.
A little rest coming, I feel it.
What are you going to do? Anyway, Daniel Strelitz out in front with close to 8.2. Mike down to 685. And the guy that's controlling the game is Strelitz, the young guy from Torrance, California. Just dominating tonight. No real adversity for him so far as he folds this hand. And now Simeon also going out. Sexton, nah, can't pick up a hand. Jesse Martin with a queen 6.
All in.
Whoa, that seems a bit much.
I was just hoping that Jared has nothing and he can quickly get this, but Jared does have a pair of 8s.
I call.
And he will make this call.
That's twice now that Jared has woken up with a real hand, blind versus blind, against a Jesse shove.
Call.
And this time, Jesse at risk of elimination.
Who are you rooting for, Mike?
Jesse being a dog at this point, but not out, of course. Let's go to the flop. It's a king, 4, no help for Jesse.
Very good looking flop for Jared here. Jesse starting to collect his things.
Oh boy, he's getting up. Turn card, and that's a 4.
Jesse looking for a queen for the win, or a 4 for the chop.
What would be funny?
Dude, just wanted to just...
Jesse, the big-time cash game player, on the ropes right now, a big dog. He needs to strike lucky, but he does not make it happen. It's an ace of hearts. Jesse Martin out in 5th place, going to take home $230,000. Let's go see what Jesse has to say about being dismissed from the table.
A little bit of ICM suicide right there.
Jesse, great run here at the LAPC. You don't play a lot of tournaments. Does that go into your thinking when you come in here against tournament players? You're mostly a cash game player.
I don't know if it went into my thinking. I was focused and ready to play this tournament. I don't really know if I made mistakes at the final table. I mean, I definitely made 2 plays that were extra loose. I had my reasons for them, and usually they work. I thought I made some good plays and some good reads, but yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed the tournament. The final table was fast, and it just didn't work out for me.
Well, again, great run and congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
He's got an attractive queen, jack of spades, and he will raise.
Those suited Broadway hands always look so good, play so well. Nothing but upside.
Couple falls, but Daniel waking up with a pair of 4s.
Daniel with a real hand in the big blind, gonna take a flop. It's our chip leader versus our second in chips.
And the flop is a 10-5 deuce, no help for Simeon. Daniel's gonna check into him.
It's a pretty nice flop for Daniel's 4s. Simeon gonna check behind here. I expect him to bet if there's a spade on the board, but as is, I like his check.
7 on the turn, no help for Simeon.
Again, a pretty good looking card for Daniel, and he wants to get some value and block his opponent from seeing a free river, so he fires out a bet. Simeon quickly folds, and Daniel collects yet another.
Yep, there's Daniel's family in the audience, chuckling it up. Nice control by Simeon, though, not to get too involved. He just has a great strategy against Daniel Does not want to get involved with big pots with that guy.
Come on.
Mike Sexton picking up ace-king, has shoved all in. They get action with it, not so far.
Simeon's going away with queen 9 in the big, and Mike's going to take down that pot.
Daniel has raised with a king 10. The Bulgarian Simeon going out. Mike also going out. Jared down with ace 9. We'll make that call.
He's going to take a flop against our chip leader out of the big blind. So heads up. And it is ace 9 deuce, all hearts.
Aces and nines there for Griener. He's going to check it.
It's a good flop for him, but he still needs to be cautious, playing against the chip leader and with the 3 heart flop.
Daniel bets 75 with no heart. Call by Jared. Turn card is a king. That gives Daniel kings now. Griener's going to check. Neither player has a heart. And our chip leader will continue to bet. A little $100,000 bet.
Okay. I think the Daniel is just trying to get a little value out of a 9 or against maybe a king-high flush draw.
River card, another heart. That's going to be a scare card for both players. And they both check. And Griener's got to be tickled pink that he won after that last heart coming out there.
You can see how relieved he is. The Daniel check behind. Woo!
There's your bet on the river. Can't believe you didn't bet that river.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Simeon going out. Sexton out. Now Jared Griener, he completes the call.
It's on you, Daniel.
We have a non-raised pot.
For the first time.
I'm so happy right now.
And the flop is a jack 4 deuce.
Good looking flop for Daniel here. Queen high flush draw, backdoor straight draw.
Jared will bet this with his queen 9, 100,000, and Daniel's called. Turn card's 9, hits Jared.
That's the card that Jared was looking for. And it's one that Daniel is going to take an opportunity to bluff on. Jared not going anywhere. Makes this call.
River card is a deuce. Pairs the board, no help to Daniel.
Safe looking card for Jared thus far. Daniel has followed through on his bluffs.
Getting out betting chips again. Yes, he'll bet. He'll try to take a steal here with 400,000.
I have a deuce.
Now he's a little worried that Daniel has a deuce somehow, but Jared also knows that there's a lot of missed draws that Daniel can have here, so does he want to make this call with a 9?
I feel like you're not bluffing right now. For once.
Well, it's unraised before the flop, too. So you could be playing with, well, you just never know with this guy. He could be playing anything, anytime.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tricky, but this would be a nice solid call if he should make it. And he is going to make the good call.
Figured it was a 9.
Yeah.
Nice hand from Jared there. Bets when he didn't have very much, and then when he turned a bluff catcher, he correctly checked the Daniel twice and caught him bluffing.
Jared going away.
Over to Daniel in the small blind. So far, he has been relentless with his aggression into Simeon Naydenov. Simeon here with a 9-8. He's mostly let Daniel get away with this blind versus blind aggression, but here he's going to make the call and take a flop in position.
And the flop is an ace 7-4, no help to either player.
A little surprised that Daniel has checked this board thus far. He has followed through with most of his pre-flop raises. Simeon senses that something's a little wrong here, checks behind, and Daniel turns a gut shot straight draw to the king. going for the delayed continuation bet.
And that is just enough to get Simeon to muck his hand. Daniel Strelitz can do no wrong tonight, extending the chip lead. Right now we have 4 players battling for this championship and $1 million first place prize. Daniel Strelitz is the major chip leader with about 7.6. Mike Sexton there showing his son Ty.
Ty, you gotta go to work here. We're not doing very well. Come on, you can do this. Time for a rush.
Wearing the championship belt he got in Montreal earlier this season.
Let's see if Mike can stick around and turn this around. Action going on Strelitz, the chip leader. And he's gonna muck this one, and now Simeon with a queen-7 also folding.
I'm all in.
Mike, he's gone all in.
All right, let's see what we got. I've been lucky in these spots so far, but not this time. That's a pretty bad hand.
It is.
So Mike sees a picture of his son on his phone, and maybe that's the good luck charm.
Not as bad as it gets to call an all-in, I think.
Blinds are now up to 30 and 60,000 with a $10,000 ante.
10, 30, 60. I guess that benefits me. Can't get it too high. I wish we were playing 600,000 blind right now.
Yeah.
Mike just won a pot, but then the blinds go up, and he's right back where he started.
Action on the Bulgarian. He's going to fold to now Sexton. He's got the kings again.
Hey, hey.
I'm on.
He's got the kings. He's gone all in.
Call.
Oh.
Daniel with a quick insta-call with ace-7.
Yeah, real quick call from ace-7 there. Daniel behind, looking for those 3 outs.
It's the same exact hand he beat me on before. I had 2 kings, he had ace-7 offsuit. Come ace a3.
Yeah, I think it was ace-4, but it's all the same, basically.
Can lightning track twice here.
Don't worry about this, Mike. You have the second best hand in all of Texas Hold'em. All you.
I think I'm gonna hold this time.
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna hold this time.
Staying positive. Here we go with the flop. Let's see what his kings do. Oh no, it's ace-jack-7 on the flop.
And there is an ace on the board. And suddenly Mike is drawing very thin for his tournament life. He's gonna need runner straight or a king.
He needs a king or 10 queen.
Just a queen or a 10 and give me a little extra sweat.
It's just tough to crack this Daniel's luck.
9 of clubs on the turn, no help, and so a king and only a king on the river will save Mike Sexton's tournament.
Pretty amazing. Same hand twice, he beat me.
Pretty close. Mike Sexton needs the miracle on his own show. No, an ace hits on the river. It's not going to happen for Mike.
Mike Sexton going to be our 4th place finisher, taking home just over $300,000 for his 2nd WPT final table of this season.
What can you say? The ambassador of poker has to say goodnight. Huge tournament for him. A standing ovation for Mike Sexton as he waves goodbye. We're watching one of the masters of poker play a fine game. Let's talk to Mike.
Half this room hates me.
I don't hate you.
Mike, you moved up from your starting chip position, chopped out a little 70,000 more with that split pot. But what does it feel like to have this kind of support in the room and in the poker community that you've had behind you today?
No, it was very nice, and you know, it's just thrilling to get to a final table. As you said, I could have gone out in 5th place, I could have gone out in 6th, then I'm going out in 4th. Ironically, I had 2 kings twice against him, and he beat me both pots. So that's pretty unusual. It just shows you, I think destiny's on his side.
Daniel's run pretty well at this final table. You think anybody's going to be able to stop him?
Yeah, actually, I think Jared could possibly stop him if he can win another pot or 2 off him. He plays good, too, but they're just terrific players. They really are great players, and they deserve to be where they are right now playing for this title, so I wish them all luck. And, you know, it was a pretty good run, just didn't quite get there.
You got to go back to work?
I'm not going back to work. Tony can do it.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm taking a night off. Going to the bar.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
The antes are 10,000, blinds are 30 and 60. Here we go. Daniel Strellis, the chip leader with ace-7 of clubs.
Thus far, this final table has been the Daniel Strelitz show. Very smooth ride up the leaderboard for him.
Well, he's raised it. It's been called by Simeon, and Simeon hits 10s there. But Daniel with a 4 flush.
A little surprised that Daniel decides to check this flop, but maybe he thinks it's so coordinated he won't get many folds.
They went check, check, 9 of spades on the turn.
Another check from Daniel. He now has a gut shot to the 8 to go along with his flush draw. Simeon here with his second pair is done checking.
Yeah, he's made a bet. Now, what's surprising is Daniel was so super aggressive throughout the night, but now he's playing in a different way, just making this call.
Well, without a short stack there to pressure his opponents.
Whoa, Daniel hits the ace on the river. They go check, check.
Simeon a little bit annoyed by that river.
Yeah, he had a lot of outs.
They had a lot of outs.
A ridiculous amount of outs, really.
Daniel Strelitz, running right, playing right. Everything's happening for the 27-year-old out of Orange County.
Still trying to get a read on you, blind versus blind. We've only played like 3 pots.
He's a former WPT ones to watch, so a big reputation behind him, and tonight he's proven it. Action on Jared, who got in this tournament through a satellite. He's also a local from Orange County.
140.
And he has ace-5, and he'll make it 140 to go.
Daniel here, he's gonna re-raise out of the small blind and...
With just 8-7, Tony.
Yeah, I like aggression out of the small blind, but I'm not sure this is the hand you should choose. Either way, he's gone to 435, and Jared wants to take the flop with ace-5 suited in position.
Wow, ace-5 versus 8-7. Battle of wits happening. And here is the flop. It's a queen 6 deuce, no help to either player.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good flop for Daniel. It's very uncoordinated, so it's unlikely that his opponent hit. Plus, that 6 means that there are a lot of ways he can turn straight draws on the turn.
Well, he's gonna bet it with 8 high, 340,000. And Jared, who is in the solar panel company business, along with being a poker professional as well, he's gonna throw it away.
Nothing there for Jared. Senses that he probably has the best hand, but still he's a little locked up.
We decided to see these hands on TV. I mean, I know you don't have it like 9 out of 10 times, so I just want to see.
You'll be happy about some and sad about some.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's one that you're going to be really happy about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Daniel's made close to 1.7 in lifetime earnings. Tonight he has a chance of taking home another $1 million. Becoming a WPT champion at one of our most prestigious stops of the year, the LA Poker Classic. And we move on, back down to the money pit. This time Daniel with a Jack-10. He raises it up to 135 total.
Simeon going out. And Jared, with the dominating hand in the big blind, will make this call.
Jack-10 versus King-10. And the flop is a 10-7-5.
Yeah, both players with top pair and a backdoor flush draw.
Jared with the better kicker, he's gonna check.
Daniel decides to check behind.
Surprising. Queen of clubs on the turn. Jared still in great shape here. Checking again.
And yet another check, okay.
Down to the river card, and oh, wow, it's a 10. Beautiful for Jared.
That is the action card, and I do like this check from Jared here. He's going for a river check raise.
Oh, that's what he's gonna get. Daniel's gonna bet.
And I'd like to see him use a nice big raise here. It's just so improbable that he has a strong 10. But there are some bluffs he can have, so I think he should go big, and he should be bigger than 400.
I should probably re-raise, but I'm just going to call. Wow, that's sick.
Wow.
And Daniel says I should probably re-raise. Incorrect. You're gonna love yourself in the morning. You didn't lose too much. You had kicker problems, but Jared Griener gonna take down that pot.
Should have made it 600K instead.
I mean, you make it $1 million, I'm still calling.
Yeah, I know. And obviously, I can't believe you have a 10, so.
This is Jared's first final table on the World Poker Tour. Lifetime earnings of about $500,000. So gigantic opportunity for him here tonight. And right now Jared has raised with ace deuce. Daniel goes out. Simeon with an 8-5 is contemplating something here.
8-5 is one of those hands that some players think, okay, it's not quite good enough to call in the big blind and connect often post-flop, so I'm going to turn it into a bluff. And that's what Simeon has done here.
It's pretty hefty.
Yes, very creative. He has made it 5-10.
Why so much?
I would expect him to take a flop here. These very low suited aces play really well post-flop. But Jared has totally broken his poker face. So now I'm thinking he's going to fold.
Yeah, usually when a guy breaks out with a big smile, that means I'm relaxed now, I know I'm going to fold, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, tight fold from Jared there, but a really nice play from Simeon.
Simeon goes out. Jared with a Jack-3 wants to see the flop. He'll stick around.
Earlier in this final table, both Jared and Simeon were being very careful out of the blind against Daniel, but now that there's no short stack, you see that they are refusing to fold.
The noses are bloodied up. They're playing poker now. They both check here. And a 7 on the turn, hitting Daniel. Jared losing interest, checks again. Daniel setting up a trap, perhaps, checks as well.
And I really like this adjustment from Daniel. He knows that he can't bulldozer his opponents right now the way he could when there was 2 short stacks at the table. Jared's going to take a shot at bluffing, and I think he's going to get his hand caught in the cookie jar.
Now we find out if you ever bluff.
Jack high.
There we go. He says, now we find out if you ever bluff, and Daniel, correct this time. His opponent is in fact bluffing with Jack high, so a well-played hand there, taking a more passive line.
I guess you got your answer. But I guess you got your answer.
Yep. It's a good answer. That's what I was looking to hear.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because Daniel just didn't know how Griener was playing. Sometimes you play with these guys for days and you still don't know what the heck they're doing.
One day we're going to cut to Niall Farrell in the audience and he's not going to be drinking, but that is not today.
Oh boy. That's the beauty of the World Poker Tour. Drinks allowed at the final table.
Drinks encouraged at the final table.
Yeah, that's right.
Daniel up to 200,000 here in the small blind. Simeon's got a pair of 7s in the big blind. How does he want to play this?
It's going to make it a total of 660.
All in.
A push by Daniel, though, and a call.
And that was a very well-played hand by Simeon. You can tell there he went into that raise with a plan. He said, if my opponent goes all in, I'm calling. And he catches Daniel with ace-4 suited here, making a move out of the small blind. And now is all in good shape to double up as we go to the flop.
It's a Jack 9-4. That is good for Simeon.
Yeah, good for Simeon, but Daniel picks up a 4, so he's got 5 outs, looking for a 4 or an ace. Otherwise, Simeon gonna get a big double up here.
Oh, 6 of diamonds on the turn. The Bulgarian still out in front with a great opportunity to double up. Got to dodge one more card. It's a 5 of hearts. He's done it.
That is the first serious setback of this final table for Daniel Strellis. Jared is our short stack, but he is by no means short or desperate, so anyone's game right now in our 3-handed final table.
Simeon has called with king-queen, and Jared's going to put in a raise with his ace-queen, and a quick call by Simeon. So ace-queen versus king-queen, here we go. Flop is a 7-4-3, no help to either player. Simeon checks. Jared will bet 225. And Simeon not too sure yet. He's going to make this call.
Yeah, Simeon limped such a strong hand in the small blind here. He's not going to give up on this very uncoordinated board. Plus, he's going to turn a king.
He's going to check his kings. It's just a beautiful card for Simeon. They both check, and the river card is another king.
Okay, so now it's a question of how much do you bet? Simeon's gonna bet a lot. He bets 1.3 million. That's well over pot.
It's a good bet, I guess. I thought I was going to snap when you set the river.
And I guess he's thinking that if Jared has a pair here, like, eights through queens, he's not going to be able to fold to a river bet, so he should just go for as much as possible.
He does the right thing, gets out of the way. Simeon going to take the pot. And with that, Simeon Naydenov is now the new chip leader.
You didn't want action, I guess.
You'll see it on the TV. This was.
Yeah.
Everybody says.
Yeah, I don't think you wanted to call.
Just when we thought Daniel Strelitz was going to run away with it, we have a Bulgarian surprise.
And now Jared has a pair of jacks, a legit hand, calls the hand.
Everybody getting sneaky in the small blind and limping strong hands.
Daniel with ace-9 of clubs is going to raise. He's made it 200,000 to go.
It's a limp re-raise from Jared here, up to 660. Daniel is going to take the flop in position with a suited ace. This is the first time Jared's made any play like that pre-flop, so I'm sure there's some alarm bells ringing in Daniel's head, but his hand is too good to fold.
Flops a deuce, deuce, 4. Very nice for Jared.
Most guys make a small bet.
All in.
Oh, wow, that is not a small bet. That is a big bet. That's almost 2x pot.
He's going to chase away Daniel. Well, he just didn't want to see any creepy card on the 4th street. Improving Daniel. Only had about 2.3 left.
Guess I'm happy I didn't shove them.
Yeah, if you didn't call that flop, there's no way. Or maybe I just had ace high, I don't know.
Two players from Southern California, Jared and Daniel, up against the Bulgarian. Simeon now, the chip leader with 7 million. Daniel in second chip position with about 5. Jared with about 3.5. And the blinds are going up to 40 and 80 with a $10,000 ante. And actions on Jared. He's got very seductive 9, 8 of diamonds. And the button. And he's just going to call it.
Well, the pre-flop play at this final table has suddenly become very passive. We're seeing a bunch of limping in the small blind. Jared now limps the button with a really good hand. Daniel will complete, and Simeon with ace-6 suited will check. So everybody holding each other's outs, everyone's suited.
And the flop is a queen, jack 10, and that's going to give a straight for Jared.
Wow.
And a 4 flush for Simeon. This could get very interesting.
If Jared had raised this button, he and Simeon would be playing a huge pot.
And Jared's going to come out and bet 200.
Simeon is aware that this board really connects with a button limping range, so he's not going to go crazy here, just makes the call.
Simeon hoping to catch a flush, but not there. 4 of clubs. He'll check it. Jared already with the straight.
375.
375.
And Simeon has way too many outs to fold at this stage. Makes the call. We go to a river. 6 of diamonds, so he makes 4th pair. I'm sure he's aware that's not much good on this type of texture.
Yep, he's going to check it. He's disappointed.
Okay, Jared, how much is it going to be?
And Jared's going to stick out 625 before he can do it, though. Simeon has folded. Jared Griener from Huntington Beach, California, shining here at the final table.
WPT Global is committed to being the most fair and secure poker site in the world. Data-driven AI detection technology eliminates collusion and ensures a fair environment for everyone. With zero tolerance for bots and cheaters, WPT Global is trusted by millions of players worldwide. Click the link in the description. Use the code YT11 on deposit and get our welcome package with tournament tickets, deposit match, and more.
Jared Griener will raise with a 9-10. Makes it 200,000. Daniel with an ace-deuce makes the call. Flop is a 7-5-3.
Not a bad flop for both players. Jared's got overcards and a backdoor draw. Daniel has ace high and a gut shot. So Jared follows through for 225,000, and Daniel will make the call. 6 of diamonds on the turn. He's going to give Jared a gut shot now, looking for an 8. It's also a card that he imagined hits Daniel's range of hands pretty well here. So he checks. Daniel checks behind. And we see a 5 of spades on the river. So Jared, stuck with 10 high here. Looks like he's going to bluff with it.
$550.
Daniel's made a lot of correct guesses in these river situations. He doesn't have much of a hand here, but he is in the lead, so let's see if he puts the pieces together.
Wow. Great call.
Nice call.
Oh, Jared just rolling his eyes.
Wow, nice.
Simeon impressed with that call. Jared. Daniel just laughs at him. Oh, man.
Don't listen to that Scottish idiot, it's a moron.
Oh, your opponent catches you stealing and then laughs in your face.
So right now, Daniel out in front again with $8.4 million. The winner going to take home over $1 million tonight. Second place, close to $700,000. Third place finisher, $431. Huge money here at the Commerce Casino.
Jared limps the button here with 8-6 of spades. Daniel completes in the small. And Simeon checks 4-2 offsuit. So Jared doing more button limping. And he flops a flush here. Whoa.
Wow. Daniel with queens.
Okay, time to build this pot. And what the hell? I'm not sure why Jared's checking back. Maybe he's feeling a little shell-shocked after that previous hand, but he needs to build this pot. Okay. There we go, 200,000 from Jared. Daniel with second pair, believes it's good and makes the call. Simeon has bottom pair with a 4. And it looks like he wants to raise. Wow, he's going to turn his hand into a bluff here. He seems to think that Jared can't have much.
How much is it?
And that Daniel's range is capped, so to say. It means that he can only have so strong a hand.
That's why it's sometimes very good to play deceptive hands. Don't bet when you hit that flush. Mix it up, get a guy to make a mistake. This is exactly what's happening. And there's the re-raise all in. And they run away, and Simeon's cursing in Bulgarian right now. Why did I do that thing? Why did I do it? Simeon with the Motown hand, jacks and 5s. You get it, Tony?
I do, although it's a little before my time. But I know my history.
All right, well, Simeon has raised to 250 with the Motown hand, and Jared with King 10 is making the call. Here we go with the flop. King 10-8. There's 2 clubs out there, so a 4 flush for Simeon.
Action flop, and Simeon checks.
2 pair for Jared, top 2 pair.
Jared checks. What is going on?
8 pairs the board.
Well, that's not really the card that Jared wanted to see, because he knows that Simeon might check an 8 to him here. So Simeon now bets 200,000. Jared, his top 2 pair, will make the call.
Down the river we go. And Simeon catches a flush.
It's the card he was looking for. And that also completes the flop straight draw to 9-7. So Jared has to be at least a little worried that his once monster hand is no longer good.
Now Simeon gonna come out of bed at 875.
I definitely had you on the flop.
Yeah, exactly.
I shouldn't have slow played it, I guess. One of these big bets. 875? Yeah. I think I can fold my hand. I can really beat as a bluff, though. Unless you just have top pair.
Jared telling himself that his opponent could be betting a worse hand for value.
It's a bad turn to river. I think I can fold this. Can't fold it.
He's gonna call, he's gonna pay it off, he's gonna be sickened, but that's life in the poker game.
feel like Jared has psyched himself out in his three-handed match. He was playing great for most of the final table, but all of a sudden he's playing so passive at all of the wrong times.
Good river. Could have got all our chips in. You would have busted me, but.
And they are drinking and singing and having the fun.
Okay, now it's starting to lighten up over there. Now we're gonna hear from him.
The tequilas are already in the game.
The tequilas?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Getting wilder and wilder.
Daniel Strelitz with 7.4, Simeon behind him with 6.5, and now Jared down to about 1.7.
It's got 17 blinds. As our blinds and antes have gone up, we are playing 50,000, 100,000 with a 15K ante. Action with Daniel Strelitz on the button, and he's gonna go up to 225. Simeon, with pocket eights in the small blind, will call. And now Jared has ace-queen suited in the big blind, so you know what time it is, Vince.
You would think it, and he's gonna do it. He's gone all in.
Too much.
Daniel with a quick muck. But Simeon will make this call. Showdown battle.
Ace, queen of diamonds, pocket eights.
So Jared, in a coin flip for his tournament life,
Whatever they're saying, the opposite of that.
well, he's in bad shape here, but he hasn't lost his sense of humor. Jared at risk. If he gets this double up, he'll be right back in the mix of things. If not, he's our third place finisher and gets 430,000.
Here's the flop. There's an ace, 8, 9, 3 of a kind for Simeon. Aces for Jared. 3 eights. This has turned into a soccer game.
We want a diamond.
Yeah, it's not over yet. He's in bad shape, but it's not over yet.
No.
Diamond's coming, though.
Jared needs either running ace-queen full house, or running diamonds, or running straight jack-10.
Deuce of diamonds.
Going to the turns. No, it's a jack of spades.
So it is not over yet.
We still have 4 outs, 4 outs, 4 outs.
A 10 would give this pot to Jared. Otherwise, he's going to be our third place finisher.
10 ball. 10, baby.
I should like stand up and put my bag on. That's how it's gonna happen.
Can Jared possibly catch that 10?
10, baby. It's yours. 10. 10.
No, not to be. It's a queen.
High fives all around.
Good game, man. Good game.
Jared Griener out in third place. Going to take home $431,000. He is gone, and we are down to heads-up action. But first, let's talk to Jared.
Jared, you almost didn't get in this event. Now you made the final table of the World Poker Tour. How do you feel about tonight's performance?
I'm super happy. I'm really competitive. I love winning, and I hate losing more than anything in the world. So, you know, winning $400,000 is pretty ridiculous. I'm really, really happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Jared.
8.4 for Simeon, 7.2 for Daniel Strelitz. There's chanting going on at the Commerce Casino. Simeon from Bulgaria with his group of cronies.
Пичове, бата, ако не мокнете, не сериозно ви казвам. Смисъл, искам да се фокусирам малко и да игра. Ако не мокнете, ще стане... Много ви моля. Смисъл, не игра за 100К, сещате ли се?
Things getting serious.
She said I'm forbidden to sing.
Okay, action with Daniel here and pocket threes. Going to 225. Simeon with jack-8 of spades in the big blind will make this call.
And the flop is a queen, queen, 5.
It's a pretty good-looking flop for Daniel. And he's going to take a little stab for 150. And it looks like his small sizing is going to keep Simeon in this pot. He makes the call with just jack high.
And the turn card is a 3, making 3s full for Daniel and a 4 flush there for Simeon.
That was the #1 best card in the deck for Daniel.
And There's the bet, 525, and now Simeon with hope will make this call.
Simeon stuck in this pot now. He doesn't realize he doesn't want a spade.
Oh, and it gets worse. Ace of spades.
Ooh, yeah. Well, he thinks he's just hit gin, and instead he has run into a full house.
Oh, he's checked it. Daniel now getting out the betting chips.
1.4 million into 1.8. So will Simeon call or raise? That's the question now. He will call.
Luckily, and Simeon smiling.
And he shows him the spades.
Daniel Strellis taking down the pot, and once again, he is the chip leader. Now Daniel with an ace-5 of spades, right back on it. Gonna make it 225 to go. Simeon with a jack-9. Here we go. Flop is a king 10-3.
Check, check. And a queen on the turn will give Simeon a straight to the king.
300,000.
His opponent just has ace high, so Daniel will fold there, and Simeon will not get paid off.
Копале, млъкнете бе, не с***ам бе, вие бавни ли сте? Не с***ам, млъкнете малко. Не мога се крака, ми викате, бате, не си чувам мислите от вас.
He said, I told you I wanted ice cream.
He's mad at them. He's good.
Yeah, it's too loud. It's too loud.
He's happy with them, so keep going.
Craziness going on here.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody berate their own rail before.
Daniel Strelitz still out in front with 9.6. Simeon close to 6. And Simeon this time with a 7-6.
Simeon to 250, but Daniel makes it 700 with ace-jack. Simeon, maybe a little bit on tilt, judging from his behavior, makes the call here. So we go to a flop.
Oh, wow.
Jack, 5 on the flop. Could not be better for Daniel.
3 of a kind. He puts in a bet of 425. Of course, Simeon has absolutely nothing, and he throws away that hand. Things starting to look real good for the local from Orange County, Daniel Strelitz, with family in tow. Can he take down his first title and take home the million? We will see. Action goes down to Simeon. He has ace-5. He likes it. He's going to raise it to 260. Daniel with a king-9.
Gonna make the call here. So we'll go to this flop. These guys are playing about 50 big blinds effective. And it is 10-8-7, so open-ended for Daniel and just ace-high for Simeon. Check, check.
Turn card is a 9, so that is going to hit Daniel with 9s now.
He'll take the lead here, but checks over to Simeon. And now, Simeon eyeing his chips. He's going to fire out here as a bluff.
Yeah, just ace-high, no straight.
And it's going to work. Daniel lays down second pair.
Yeah, Simeon's mixing up aggressive play. Very good instincts by the Bulgarian. There's the Champions Cup. Champ gets his name inscribed on that with all the other WPT champions over all the years. Daniel, he will raise it. Simeon with a king-queen has made the call. Here we go with the flop.
Queen, 6-7 on the flop, so something for everyone here. Top pair for Simeon, open-ended straight draw for Daniel. And he'll follow through for 325,000. Simeon.
Will he check raise here? Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Close to $1 million. Now you're open-ended. Do you take a stab and make this call?
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to speculate, hope to hit lightning in a bottle.
Daniel looking for an 8 or a 3.
And he gets the 8!
Man, that's the one.
And now Simeon's going to check it.
Okay, so he check raised the flop, but now he checks over to Daniel on the turn. He only has a little more than pot behind, so we'll see what happens here.
There it goes, 1,350,000. Now Simeon with top pair. I don't know how you get away from this hand.
I don't either.
All in.
Call in.
Simeon's gonna go all in. Daniel snap calls, and this tournament is over.
That's the championship.
We won.
We won. Daniel has won it. Amazing.
Well, that's going to do it, Vince. It was an exciting heads-up match and a great effort from Simeon all the way over from Bulgaria. Going to take home over $600,000, but tonight, all about Daniel Strellis.
Yeah, Daniel Strellis is our champion, taking home over $1 million. What an exciting event for him. And right now, Simeon's going over to talk to Matt Savage.
Daniel said you were his toughest opponent. How do you feel about tonight?
Actually, I'm pretty happy with the way I played. I'm very happy with the result I have. So it was a great experience for me.
Well, a great result. Once again, congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank
Vince, over to you.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
There you see the ClubWPT.com chip count. Chino Rheem well out in front, nearly 10.8 million. Reiner Kempe in second place, just over 3.6 million.
Yeah, winner's going to take home close to 1.4 million, and of course gets that beautiful Hublot watch to go with his championship. And he's just starting at 10,000. Blinds of 40 and 80. Actually going to Sam Panzica. Young poker professional looks down at a king, queen, and he will make it 175,000 to go.
Well, we saw Sam win an event earlier this season at Best Bet in Jacksonville, going for his second WPT title this season. Folded around to Paul Volpe, looks at 2 jacks and just calls Vince. Does not re-raise.
175.
Chino Rheem with Queen 3 says, I'm fine with that. Let's see a flop.
And flop comes Ace King 6. So Sam takes the lead with 2 kings now. It's check to him.
Yeah, makes a bet of 250. 24-year-old poker pro. It is going to work. Hand number 1 going to Sam.
Do you have a pair? I did have a pair. Feel better? Kings are better? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I played my hand super nitty. Had a big hand. Jacks? Something like that.
Reiner Kempe, Ace Jack.
Yeah.
Likes it. First position. He will make it 170 to go.
170 total.
Well, he's raised and everyone is running away.
Good bluff, bro.
Thanks. Got him.
Way to get it in there.
Reiner, the last bounty standing, gets to collect his own bounty. He wins this tournament.
As we move back to the action, Dennis Stevermer, the oldest player at the table, 56 years old, out of Minnesota. He quickly folds.
Flops king 5-6.
Spinella and Volpe also going out. Chino Rheem taking a break.
Well, Sam looks down at the suited connectors. You always like to see flops with those hands.
Just going to call it, though, Mike. And Reiner Kempe with an awful 4-10.
Got the highway patrol hand, the 10-4.
And he will not press, so we're going to see another flop without a raise. 6-7 versus 10-4, and the flop is an ace, queen, deuce, helps neither player.
Well, Sam is going to try to just take this pot away from Reiner. And it's going to be easily done with his hand. So nice bet there by Sam Panzica. And there's Sam's mom, Amelia. Then she flew in last night. Got here early this morning to surprise him at this final table.
How are you?
And he is surprised. You never get smiles out of Sam Panzica very often. He's smiling now. Mom's in the house. Let's see what a good luck charm she can be for him.
Let's go to the felt pole. Volpe quickly folding, and now Chino Rheem, our chip leader, makes a raise with his king-jack to 180 to go. Sam going out.
Well, Reiner Kempe has the suited connectors, the Jack-10. We all like to see flops with those hands, and Reiner makes the call. Dennis out. Anthony with junk. He goes out.
What'd you start with? Three. Okay, thank you.
Flop comes up at king, 8-7. That's good for Chino, hitting kings.
Yeah, Chino's flop top pair. Reiner's, you can see a gut shot straight in the backdoor flush draw.
200,000 bet into Reiner.
And Reiner gonna make the call. Well, an ace comes off. Probably a card neither one is happy about seeing.
Chino checks.
Reiner with the two-way straight draw, he checks now. And a 10 comes off, giving Reiner a pair of 10s, but Chino, best hand with two kings, he's gonna check. Reiner has check down value, but his hand's not good enough. Chino gonna win the pot with two kings. Chino going for his 4th WPT title tonight, which would put him ahead of everyone else in the history of the World Poker Tour if he gets that 4th win.
Yeah, pretty amazing talent. He is 36 years old, out of LA. And right now the antes are going up to 15,000. Blinds are 50 and 100. And Anthony Spinella,
15K.
grew up in Long Island, lives in Vegas now. Tough poker pro.
Vince, how about this stat? If Chino Rheem wins this tournament tonight, it'll be the 5th time he's cashed for more than $1 million in one poker tournament. That is astounding.
That really is. All right, Spinella with queen, 9 of spades, going to get aggressive. Makes it 225 to go. Volpe going out. Chino Rheem also folding. And now Sam Panzica picks up ace-king.
Yeah, he's got position. He's got more chips, so he's going to 3-bet it right here.
Yeah, 550 total. Right back on Spinella.
And you can just look at his face and see he's not happy.
Spinella doesn't wear shoes at the poker table. Says he wants to be comfortable.
Oh, brother. Did you have to share that with us? God. You're going to lose all his action in this upcoming game, Vince.
Well, he has folded. That'll make your toes curl. And he goes out.
Who knows? Maybe Sam was just clicking. I like it if you were. I mean, Sam's come to play.
All right, into this hand. Volpe going out. Chino Rheem going out. Sam out. Reiner Kempe. Reiner likes his hand. Makes it 250 to go with a 6-7.
Just raising it with the 76 trombones, but Dennis moving all in over the top here.
Take that.
For 670,000.
Good luck, Dennis.
670,000. But look at this. Reiner says, I'm priced in. I'm going to make the call. They turn him up.
I had a jack and a 9.
You got what you hoped for.
You're straight out, just gone.
Reiner did get what he hoped for here, where his opponent's got 2 overcards, where he's only about a 2-to-1 dog.
Dennis Stevermer, 56 years old, out of Minnesota. Can he get lucky here? The flop's a jack 10-3.
So far, so good for Dennis. Out in front with the ace-king.
Turn is a jack. That's great for Dennis.
Reiner needs a 6 or a 7 to eliminate Dennis on the river here.
That would be ugly. Dennis from Minnesota sweating out the last card.
Oh, boy.
Big moment for him.
The gopher looking to go into a hole, maybe. No, it's a 10. His hand is going to hold up. The gopher survives. They call him Gopher, Vince, because he's from Minnesota. It's his nickname, Gopher.
Buckle up, boys. It's going to be a little ride. You can smile. You just won.
That was my smile.
All right. You can do better.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Down to the felt action on Chino. As he looks down at an ace-7.
We're playing 51.
Chino likes that hand. It's going to make it 225 to go.
Chino likes most hands.
Yep, he plays a loose, aggressive game. Very clever player. He's so talented he gets to play a lot of hands.
How about he's been at 3 WPT final tables before, and he's won all 3 times.
Amazing. Now look at this. Everyone's folded, but Paul Volpe has woken up with a pair of 10s. Then he says all in.
They're not going to let Chino outplay him after the flop, that's for sure.
We woke up with it. Yeah, Polly woke up with it. That's all right, you're allowed. You are allowed. Woke up with a hand I'm supposed to be reshoving. But I did not want to hear you say call quickly. Ace queen? No, pair. 8s? 1 better. 9s? Yeah. You definitely don't want me here to. Yeah.
Paul Volpe, extremely respected in the high-stakes poker community.
Yeah, he grew up in West Philly. He was one of 6 kids raised by a single mom. He has some talent in this game of poker. And Reiner Kempe now with the 10s. And he will make a raise, total of 210. Dennis going out. Spinella not going to play. Volpe also folding. So Chino Rheem with Woolworth's hand, 5 and 10. Not going to play it.
Well, Sam looks down at ace queen. He's definitely going to play. But he just calls, doesn't raise.
2 nice hands, 10s versus ace queen. And the flop is a queen jack 5.
Well, very nice flop there for Sam. He's going to check.
And the German, a lot of guts to make the continuation bet with 2 overcards, but he's going to do that. Looks like 140 to find out where he is.
Well, Sam's just going to call, doesn't raise.
Yeah, he's going to milk that Holstein. And a 9 on the turn. 3 hearts out there, straight possibilities.
Neither player has a heart. Sam's going to check. Reiner checks behind him with the open end straight draw now as well. And an ace comes off. This gives Sam a top 2 pair, the best hand. And he's definitely going to get the W in this pot unless something crazy happens. And by that I mean something like Reiner going all in and not getting called.
Well, Panzica's going to bet 375, and the German has got to be disillusioned by that.
Man, I just can't see him going any farther with 3 overcards out there and a possible straight, possible flush. And he does the right thing. Reiner gives it up. So Sam Panzica taking down another pot here.
Yeah, there's his mom in the audience. Can't wipe the smile off her face.
Incidentally, if Sam wins this, Vince, he goes past me in the WPT Player of the Year race, where I'm now sitting in 2nd position. But he deserves to go past me if he gets 2 W's in the same season.
I hate to see someone go past you when you're just sitting here.
Oh, man.
You have nothing. You're very vulnerable. I feel bad for you. All right, into this hand. Spinella has raised to 225 with a king, queen. Everyone folds but Chino with ace jack.
Call.
Gotta make this call. And Reiner with 10-7.
Well, he's in the big blind. He's looking at how much money's sitting out there. He's
calling.
Said, let me just go ahead and call here. Maybe I'll hit a lightning flop. So 3-way action. 8-4 deuce, no help to anybody. Reiner checks. See if Anthony will make a continuation bet here with just king high. Yeah, he's doing it. Give him credit.
Yeah, it's going to stick out 280. Now Chino Rheem.
We know Chino doesn't like to give up pots, but he is going to give this hand up. Reiner is as well, so nicely done there by Anthony.
Should have done it. Did it. It's okay.
It's okay. You'll do it next time.
It's okay.
The quick fold by Panzica, and Reiner now looks down at a queen 9 of hearts. And he will pop it up to 215 total. Dennis from Minnesota goes out. Spinella also going away.
Paul out as well. Chino in the big blind is a defender, as we say. He doesn't like to give people his big blind. Here he's going to make the call with the king deuce offsuit.
And the flop is a 10-8 deuce 2 hearts. That is very good for Griener.
Well, Chino's out front with 2 deuces, but Griener has the flush draw and gut shot straight draw and 2 overcards, the mathematical favorite to win this pot.
He's bet 305, but Chino, getting stubborn here, makes this call with the deuces. All right, going to the turn. Let's see if a flush appears for Griener.
Well, an ace comes off.
Check.
That no help to either player. Chino checks, and Griener
whoa,
is moving all in here.
Gutsy move.
Show the bluff.
1.1.
Show it. Show it. You show, I'll show one hand. A different hand.
And I can ask at any time?
The pot has to be this big.
No, he has to be able to ask at any time if you want him.
Yeah, this is any hand between me and you.
He's putting stipulations on things now. With all those stipulations, Griener just mucked his hand so Chino doesn't get to see it.
That was reasonable. Yeah. He declines.
Yeah, it does limit the options a lot, though.
No.
And we move on. Dennis this time picking up 10s.
All in?
Well, there you go.
Saves
He's
me.
just moving in with him. That's exactly what Paul Volpe did when he had him. Just move in. They can't outplay you after the flop, that's for sure, if you move in. But wow, Griener now with a tough decision as to what to do. This is exactly what I consider the borderline hand, whether you call or not.
Yeah, ace queen.
Can I get any cons?
Dennis Stevermer, 56 years old. He owns a metal processing plant. He's a recreational player, and right now he is shoved, and he may get called down by the German.
Well, Griener in a tough spot. You just don't put a recreational player on any kind of bluff in this situation for all their chips at the final table. You're going to put him on a hand. And if you make a call and he shows you ace-king, you just feel like a complete idiot for putting your money in there.
Dennis has knocked out shooting stars Maria Ho and Pat Lyons in this. Made the final table. Will he win this hand? Yes, he does, Mike.
Well, Griener lays it down. I think a good decision by him.
That is going to make you look really, really good on TV.
The businessman from St. Paul, Minnesota, taking it to these pros.
San has raised with Jack 8, and now Griener Kempe with ace 5.
All in.
Oh, he's going to shove. Dennis out, Sam out.
Nice all-in bet there by Griener.
So Griener Kempe getting aggressive, taking that one down. 6 players remain here on the World Poker Tour.
Chino just in great shape to take down his 4th WPT title tonight. Let's see if we can do it.
Okay, we got 3 folds in a row. Around to the businessman, Dennis Stevermer. He's got ace queen.
Well, he's on the short stack here.
All in.
And he's going to ship it all.
What do you have over there, Paul?
1.9 something.
Spinella with a nothing hand. Goes away.
With a reshove, but cannot call.
Volpe with a little pair of deuces.
And lays him down. Now, if he got a chance to act first, he might have moved in and played that hand, but you just don't want to call a guy who's all in with 2 deuces, knowing the best you can be is in a race.
And Dennis Stevermer taking that pot down. This is his first final table, his 2nd WPT cash. And we move on. Dennis going out, and now Spinella picks up ace-king. He's getting the chips out. Yep, 225. Volpe goes out. Chino, very patient. Sam out.
So around to Griener. Now Griener has the king deuce offsuit. We saw Chino defend with this hand earlier at this final table. Griener going to do the same thing here.
And the flop is an ace-king 7. Oh my.
Well, 3 diamonds on the board. Neither player has one, but Anthony going to be liking his hand, aces and kings.
Griener just with kings. And Anthony's going to get out the chips, it appears. Makes the bet of 280. Griener with no diamond, just a king.
If Griener had the deuce of diamonds instead of deuce of clubs, slight chance he'd make that call, but he just gives it up.
To Anthony Spinella. Lives in Vegas now, and he's a new dad. 5-month-old baby boy.
Yeah, it's his second WPT final table. Back in season 14, he came to the LAPC final table with the chip lead, Vince, and went out 6th place. He was very devastated by that performance. He's hoping to make up for that tonight.
Yeah, action goes to him. Ace-9 in first position. He's going to give that one up. Volpe also going out. Chino Rheem now picks up a real hand, pair of kings.
225.
There you go, Chino. Tired of all that patience stuff. He finally gets a quality hand now. Griener with ace-9.
Well, Vince, against any other player, he might just call or even throw this hand away, but against the wide range of raising hands that Chino shows down, this is the kind of hand that can well be playable.
All in.
And it certainly is for all his chips.
A call.
A snap call by Chino. Griener Kempe, the German, in dire straits here. Could be eliminated in 6th place unless he gets very lucky.
Griener just hoping against hope. His man on his right didn't have much. Of course, that's not the case. Chino wakes up with a big one here.
You know, even Chino catches a hand once in a while. He's got one here. Let's see if it holds. Oh, great flop for Chino. 7-6-3 all hearts, and Chino has the king of hearts.
Griener, no heart, no pair. Needs luck. Not there. Pair of threes on the board.
And the ace of clubs is the only card Griener can catch to stay alive. A one-outer.
Chino Rheem looking great. Going to the last card.
Well, an 8 comes off. As you can see, he takes off his bounty badge. He's going to give it to Chino Rheem. Shake hands. Good sport. The likable German out tonight in 6th place, Vince, and many would not have predicted that. Well, Vince, that's the problem of being a bounty, as we will know. When you bust out, you got to stick around and sign a T-shirt. You just want to race to the bar.
That's right. We have our first victim, the first body thrown into the bay here at San Jose. That is Griener. He'll pick up $188,000. Let's talk to our victim.
How much does it hurt to come so close to that TOC seat and your first World Poker Tour title?
I never really won a tournament with more than like 50 runners or something, so every time you get that far, it obviously hurts a little to be stopped in whatever way.
You were the last bounty standing, so there is some honor in that, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Our 5 players are still reaching for the $1.3 million first place prize and a WPT title.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Tonight in San Jose, California, coverage of the Bay 101 Shooting Star continues. I'm Lynn Gilmartin, and this is the World Poker Tour. It's been an exciting final table thus far, and one of these talented players will become our next WPT champion. Here to share their insight on all the action are Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten.
There you see the ClubWPT.com chip count. Chino Rheem well in front, nearly a 10 million chip lead over the second place guy, Sam Panzica. Incredible.
Yeah, Mike, and the winner's going to get close to $1.4 million in cash and also pick up the beautiful Hublot watch. Get his name put on the Champions Cup. Well, here we go. 5-handed action. And look at this. Paul Volpe first to act. He's got a pair of aces.
Well, he had to look down twice, Vince, to make sure they were for real.
He's raised at 200. Right behind him, our chip leader, Chino Rheem with ace-queen.
7-5. Sorry. Am I allowed to ask this right now? Like, who's got the most between you four? Can I?
He does.
Am I allowed
he
to
does
ask?
like, what, 3.8?
I have 3-4. 3-4.
3-4.
Thank you very much. I make it 6.
Chino's going to go to $600,000. Couple folds behind him. Anthony Spinella also folding, now back on Volpe.
Following. Yeah, good luck.
He is pushed all in.
Well, all in and called.
Sorry if you lose this one.
Not the hand Chino wants to see, obviously.
I waited for that. You did. You waited patiently. So listen, I'm very sorry if I do this. All good.
Paul Volpe in great shape to double up here. Right now, Paul is in 5th chip position, but he'll be virtually tied for 2nd chip position if the aces hold up, which obviously they're big favorite to do so.
Here's the flop. It's an ace 10-6.
The 10 was good, you know? We need paint. Exactly, King Jack, right? Or Jack King. That's it.
But Chino needs 2 runners to stay alive in terms of winning this pot. He doesn't do it as the deuce comes on the turn.
1.7.
Just like that, Paul Volpe doubling up.
If I call, whatever, it doesn't matter. It all plays the same. Yeah.
Well, Paul Volpe just doubled up with 2 aces, and you just dream about moving all in and getting called when you have 2 aces. They beat him, but you just can't do any better than that than getting your money in before the flop with them. Paul Volpe doing that, but certainly can't blame Chino Rhe for calling there with all his chips and having an ace-queen against a very aggressive player that could have any hand and move all in.
Which one? Ace-queen.
Volpe from West Philly was one of 6 kids growing up, single mom. He's made his living at poker, become one of the big names of the game. As we move on, Dennis Stevermer, non-professional, he has ace-5 of spades. Makes it 225 to go. Couple folds behind him.
You started with what?
2.
2 million.
Chino Rheem is slowing down the pace with a 3 deuce.
Slowing it down. Wasting time is a better word for it.
Okay, he goes out finally. Now Sam Panzica with an 8-7 already has money in there, so he'll make the call. Here come the first 3. It's an ace-5.
How about this flop for Dennis? He's flopped the stone cold nuts. Aces full of 5s.
Wow.
Well, he's going to check here, of course.
Smart play.
He's praying for his opponent to hit something or make a stab at this pot.
King on the turn.
See what Sam Panzica does. He's going to check. Now, if you're Dennis, you want to try to get some money. Maybe the guy hit a king. You know?
Just check again.
Maybe he'll check raise you to try to bluff you or something.
He chased him away.
So no action after a flop like that. A little depressing.
Dennis owns a metal processing plant in Minnesota. He's a family man. He's been playing recreationally for 5 years, Mike.
He schedules his vacations, Vince, around poker tournaments so we can play them.
Love it.
If he wins tonight, his wife will be telling him to take a few more vacations.
All right, the blinds have gone up to 61-20 with the 20,000 ante. And look at this, Panzica with ace-king has moved it to 250 to go.
Well, I mean, action on Anthony.
Yeah, king 8 of hearts. He's made this call, and Volpe with a queen 6 with money in already. Makes the call as well.
So 3-way action here. Sam out in front with the ace-king. But out in front, no more as it comes queen, 3 deuce, 2 spades.
Yep, good for Volpe, but Volpe's going to check it, hoping to get a bet by Sam, but does not. They all check.
Oh, and a king comes off. So both Anthony and Sam hit the king. Sam out in front, obviously top pair, top kicker. But Volpe, hoping neither one of them hit it, is now going to bet his 2 queens, but...
He's going backwards.
Yep, too late, Paul. Well, there are 3 spades out there. So you don't want to fall into the trap of giving all your money away to a spade flush in case he had that. Sam just calling here with the 2 kings. And now what do you do if you're Anthony? Looks like he's going to call too. So we still have 3-way action.
Still 1 too many.
Yeah, to the discomfort for Paul Volpe.
Well, Anthony hoping they're drawing out a flush or a straight or bluffing.
River card, 9 of diamonds.
There's a possible straight out there now. Anthony checks his kings. Volpe checks his queens.
Very nitty chuck.
Ace king.
Oh, sorry. Sounds like you win. Huh? Sounds like you win.
Ace king.
Anthony turnover.
With a spade. Club.
You had a king too?
Not a queen.
Nice hand.
So Sam Panzica taking this one down.
You showed a queen?
There's his mom in the audience.
Let's go.
All right, we move on. It's just been called by Volpe.
I like playing flops. How come Volpe's the only one playing flops with me, boys?
And Chino just checks.
We are going to see the flop is a king, queen, 10.
Well, Volpe flops top pair and reaching for betting money. Chino with second pair in a straight draw. Even though it's a sucker straight draw, going to make the call. Now Jack comes off. Chino makes a straight, but as I said, the sucker straight, so.
Volpe's going to slow down and check. Chino going to check as well.
Now the board pairs queens. Well, again, Paul checks, and I think Chino try to get a little value bet in here right now. 300,000.
Can't beat a 9, can't beat a queen. Can't beat bad diamonds.
Good news for me.
Yeah, I got a king, obviously. Wow. Good news for you, huh?
Maybe.
So much, but so little. 300. Folding everybody tonight.
You gotta call at some point.
I know. Well, maybe.
You could keep folding, obviously.
I know.
I don't mind.
Well, you said you've had it every time, so. You claimed. But
I have claimed.
I don't think you'd lie on TV.
You never know.
What can I do? Queen Jack 10. God, would you check back at Jack?
It's a curiosity call, Vince.
Good.
Paul makes the call. Chino takes the pot with the king eye straight to extend his chip lead.
Lines of 61-20. Let's go to the felt. Sam quickly folds. Stevermer, the businessman from Minnesota, also going out. Spinella.
He's got the jack 3 of hearts. He's on the button. He's going to raise it to 250,000.
We have Volpe out and Chino with ace 8. Says call. So Jack 3 of hearts versus ace 8, and the flop is a king 9 deuce all hearts. Spinella has flopped a flush.
A miracle flop for Anthony, but Chino with the ace of hearts, a key card as we say, could get in serious trouble in this hand.
And it's a bet by Spinella of 250.
All in?
Wow.
And Chino going all in with the ace of hearts, quickly getting called by Anthony. So Chino is going to have to hit a heart to win this pot.
See what happens.
Yeah, but Chino says he's been running lucky lately.
You know what we need.
Finish this, Daddy.
7 out, line away.
7 outs. Is that what it is?
Let's see the turn.
Hard attack.
And that, no heart there. 9 of clubs on the turn.
Nice. What's she got? Like 2...
6 hearts.
What?
5 of hearts.
Let's see the river.
Going to the river. Can Chino make it happen? Not to be. A jack of spades hits on the river.
Nice hit. Anthony wants to fade it.
So the first hit for Chino Rheem at this final table. He still has a nice chip lead. No reason to spew off chips at this point.
I'm trying to get this shit over with.
It's all good.
Well, of course it's all good, but I'm trying to get it all over with. That looks like a lot.
It's a healthy amount. We were working it up.
3, 6.
You did good.
Then you catapulted us. Thanks.
Catapulted you right in the game.
Big turning point right now.
Game on, boys.
Game on.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
How much do you have now?
I don't know. It's gonna take me a while to count all these.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, you can do the math.
Well, 3.6, but there's more.
You can do the math.
Right. You got like 8 million?
There was 560, 660 in pre-flop, and then 3.6 from each of us on the flop, so there's like 8 million now.
And Spinella.
He's giving Chino a little math lesson there.
And now Volpe with a king 7 of clubs.
Yeah, he's going to raise it on the button. Makes it 250,000 to go. Chino is going to make the call with just a queen deuce here in the small blind.
Are you steamed up? A little bit. A little bit. I was waiting for you to ask me because you already knew the answer there. if I said no, I'd be lying. Check.
And the flop is a jack 7-5. They both check here.
Check.
King on the turn. That gives Volpe kings.
And 7s. Top and bottom pair. Obviously going to bet here. There are 3 hearts on the board.
Volpe bets 375. Chino goes
that was
out.
A very steam call.
Well, a steam call. I like that phrase.
I didn't. That was a straight steam call. You got a free steam call.
You double 2 guys up, you do want to get your chips back right away. That's why Chino made the call, but didn't lose any more money with it. Back to the action.
Yeah, Spinella this time with ace deuce in first position. He's got close to 8 million, and he will raise it to 250. Volpe out. And Chino with the quality king queen of diamonds.
Now we're going. I'm gonna wait. I want to know, please.
I told you, 8 million.
All right.
3.6 times 2 plus 660.
Thank you, Anthony.
7.85000, if you would like the exact number.
Thank you.
I'm trying to count myself, but I already counted it for you, so to be asked again is like a little impeding.
Take your time, my man.
Cool, what's that?
600.
600. Good wager.
Thank you.
And Spinella a little annoyed by being asked so much.
Don't get mad at me if I ask twice.
How many chips he has.
You can definitely ask twice. It's just if I just told you, and I'm still trying to figure it out myself, like, trust me that I gave you the right answer.
Show a little faith. Right?
Just have a little faith.
Just have a little trust in a friend, Was that a steam raise? No, that was, we had it.
Certainly Chino has a right to know how many chips the guy's got. Now, there's a couple WPT champions. James Calderero, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi. Rooting Chino on here at this final table.
You're good. Okay.
All right, blinds are going up to 75, 150. Chino Rheem with about 9-6 in chips. And Spinella in second chip position with 7-5 at this moment. He quickly folds. Volpe now also folding.
What are we playing?
And Chino with the button and a king 9 perks up, makes it 325 to go.
It never stops. You guys are sick.
Well, Dennis with the ace 8 of diamonds.
Solid.
Yep.
Wow, a nice all-in bet by him.
I think I have to call you with a bad hand.
1.4?
Yeah. 1.4. Wait.
1,400,000.
What are we playing? 10 bigs? All right, I call. Good luck.
Wow.
Hope I'm live. All right.
Now, this is a gambling call, in my opinion, Vince. Another 1.1 million here with king 9 offsuit, when it's almost for sure you're going to be behind. If a guy had 2 8s where you'd be racing, that's the best you can hope for in this spot, but otherwise, you're at least a 3-2 dog like he is.
Well, the flop is a 9-7-6.
I'm a dog no more. Chino takes the lead with top pair. Dennis with the opening straight draw, of course.
You can turn me dead to a chop.
Dennis Stevermer, a big tournament for him, and now he needs luck. 4 hearts on the turn.
Don't want to see 2 crosses. I will take 3 sides.
Yeah, must catch a 5, a 10 to make a straight, or an ace for the best hand. Only those 3 cards will do for Dennis.
It's going to be an ace.
And the river's a queen.
It's a queen. So just like that, the non-pro at the table gets outdrawn to get knocked out of this tournament, Vince.
Back to the house.
Well, Dennis, welcome to tournament poker. Get your money with the best hand and get outdrawn by some pro. Knocked him out in 5th place, but what a week Dennis had, Vince. Played great all week to make it to this final table. Just a great show for a non-professional player to get this far in this event.
Yeah, Dennis is out. Back to Minnesota to shovel some snow. Let's go talk to Dennis. He'll take home $243,000.
Dennis, you say you only play one tournament a month.
Yes.
How do you think you performed this week?
This has been a pretty good month. Really happy with playing the Bay 101. It's my first time playing this tournament. Obviously, I wish it could have gone a little bit better, losing that last hand, but very happy with how it turned out and just very happy with this whole tournament.
You're not a professional poker player. You ready to go back to work?
I'm definitely ready to go back to work.
All right, thanks a lot.
This hand, Anthony Spinella has picked up a pair of aces. And he'll raise to $300,000. Volpe out. Chino with a 6-7.
Chino, don't do it.
7.
Don't do it.
Wow, he's done it. He's going to raise with 6-7. Sam goes away.
What'd you start with?
11.
It's just like he's got a vendetta with Spinella here that he doubled him up there a minute ago, trying to get his chips back or bully him around, but you don't bully bullets around, I can tell you that. Anthony knows the way he's playing. He's calling any re-raises, so you might as well get in a nice one here.
Total of 1,950.
Yeah, it's another 1.25 million to Chino.
And they're going to call it, so here we go.
Now, Jack 5 deuce. That's a beautiful flop if you have two aces.
Chino checks with nothing. And Spinella with the goods. And he's going to stick out a bet of 775.
Well, Vance, we've heard of guys pressing at the poker table. Chino doing that right here. Trying to outdraw his opponents to win pots, and that is a surefire way of destroying your chips at a poker table.
He's going to finally fold, but that is disappointing for Chino.
And Vince, with that pot, we have a new chip leader for the first time at this final table. Anthony Spinella is now the man.
So Chino Rheem running into a little adversity. Let's see if he can recover. Chino's going to raise this with the king-9 in the button. Makes it 325 to go. Sam out. And Spinella has an enticing ace-deuce of diamonds.
I know he's going to get played with if he re-raises, so he might as well just call and see a flop. That's what he's doing.
What are you playing now, Chin?
9.
Damn, where'd you get all those chips from?
Now flop king deuce 5. Good flop there for Chino. He's got top pair. Anthony's got bottom pair. He's going to make a continuation bet here. Now, I don't see Anthony going anywhere here with the backdoor flush draw on a pair.
Yeah, picked up a piece. It's worth the investment. We'll make the call. Going to the turn. Can Spinella get lucky? Well, he does get lucky. And now he has a 4 flush with the 7 of diamonds.
Well, he checks. I think Chino's going to keep betting the kings. Can't blame him for that. 600,000 this time. And with the flush draw, now you know for sure Anthony's going nowhere.
Yeah, he's going to call it. Big pot now. Down to the river we go.
Oh, an ace comes off.
Oh, boy.
Anthony Spinella now with aces up. The best hand in checks. And I think this is an easy check here on the river for Chino, because if you bet, what can a guy call you with that he can't beat your hand? Oh my gosh.
Chino bets 1.5 million.
1.5 million, a snap call. And Chino turns his hand up like he thinks it's the best hand, but I really see no purpose of that bet on the river by Chino. That is just spewing chips.
With diamonds, come on.
Nice hand.
Yeah, good run out for me. I'm nothing there.
We're coming back for more. Stay with us on the World Poker Tour. Action on Chino Rheem.
325.
With a queen 8, makes it 325 to go. Into Sam Panzica, who has a little pair of 3s.
All in.
Wow, he's going to shove it all in.
So sick. We're going to have a fun one, Gene.
Spinella with queen jack of diamonds goes away. Back on Chino, and he cannot compete. He goes out.
Yeah, I need that small blind. Me too, man.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Yeah, we're down to 4 players. Anthony Spinella, the chip leader with 12.6. He's got an ace-9. And he'll make it 300,000 and go into Volpe with an ace-8. He escapes. Chino also going out. Panzica with just a 10-7.
Gonna make the call.
2.1 behind. Thank you.
We are flopping. It's a jack-7 deuce, so Sam getting mid-pair there.
He checks. See if Anthony makes a continuation bet, which he does, 300,000. Sam looks back at his hand and
all in.
He announces all in here.
What pressure back on Spinella. Bold move.
Can't stand the heat here. It was a good bet by Sam because he knows his opponent's got to have virtually jacks or better to make the call. Might not even make it with 2 8s or 2 9s there for the all-in bet. So well done by Sam there.
325.
Now Chino Rheem has picked up a pair of kings, makes it 325 to go with a big hand. Spinella out. Volpe now with an attractive queen, jack of spades.
Yeah, he certainly wants to look at a flop.
He'll make this call, and the flop is a 7-4-8, 2 spades, Mike.
Oh boy, we could see some fireworks here. Paul with the flush draw, Chino with the big pair.
Chino with the bet of 375.
Well, Paul's going nowhere. It's just a matter if he calls or raises. If he raises, might have to be for all of it.
All in.
That's what he's going to do. And a quick call, of course. It turned the cards up. Paul Volpe, 3rd time at a final table on the World Poker Tour, has an opportunity to either double up or go out in 4th place.
Well, as you can see, Chino a 2-1 favorite to win this pot and eliminate Paul Volpe from this tournament. Everybody on their feet, deuce of clubs. We are down to the river. Paul Volpe must catch a spade on the river. Nothing else will do. Otherwise, he'll be our 4th place finisher.
Last card's at 8 of clubs.
That's going to do it for Paul Volpe, the tough pro, out tonight in 4th place. Vince, you can't blame him for going all in there. He just didn't hit a hand when he had to hit one.
Paul Volpe, the body goes into the bay. He picks up 349,000. Matt Savage over to talk to him.
You're obviously one of the greatest players. How hard is it to come so close so many times and not win the championship?
It's tough. I really want to win a WPT, but I'll sleep fine. You know, I'll be back to play more, but you know, I really want to win one, so I'm gonna keep trying.
Another great run.
Thank you.
3 players remain, Mike.
Well, Anthony Spinella out in front right now, 10.9 million. Chino Rheem with about 9.8 million. Sam Panzica, as you can say, in 3rd place with 3.3 million. And Vince Chino's been up and down here in chip count this final table. He's busted all 3 players that are missing from this final table. He's got 2 more to go, though, to take this title.
Yep, action on Spinella. He's got 7-5 of spades, makes it 300,000 to go.
7.
And Chino is going to repop with a king-queen, makes it a total of 700,000. Sam out.
Those plaques you see, 100,000 each. And Anthony does make the call.
Yeah, king-queen versus 7-5. And the flop is an 8-3 deuce, all hearts.
Yeah, that's no help to either player.
425.
But Chino making the continuation bet at 425.
Effective bluff, Chin.
He's going to take down the pot. So the power of pressure, doing well for Chino there.
Yeah, Spinella said nice bluff. Sometimes you know it, but you can't call it.
Well, with that pot, Chino Rheem has reassumed the chip lead.
325.
And he's relentless right now. 325.
With queen 9, and now Spinella with queen 7. Seems interested. And yes, he will make the call, so.
You wonder if he's steaming calling a little bit here now.
Flop is a 6-4 deuce, but all clubs.
Now, Anthony does have the queen of clubs. Chino has the best hand with the queen 9.
275.
He's going to make a continuation bet here. 275,000. Well, Anthony with the queen high flush draw. He put out more than half the bet. Vince, he has to raise here.
What's that?
No, he brought out
Yeah.
a whole stack.
Yeah.
He brought a stack of 500K out there.
Yeah. So 500?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be 650?
No, it's 275, 550.
Oh, 550? Yeah,
Yep.
550. So that's a raise, correct?
Yeah.
You're going to make him make at least a min raise to 550.
Chino wants the max out of it because he knows that Spinella made a mistake here.
And he's going to call here, Vince. Now, he would never call a raise in this spot unless he knew Anthony didn't want to raise on the flop, and that's the case.
Love that information. A king on the turn doesn't help either player.
Now, Anthony is going to check, and you're going to see Chino start betting here.
With Chino with no club, no pair,
But
just
Vince,
queen high. He sees.
He had the obvious tell.
Yeah.
He knew Anthony did not want to raise a minute ago, so you know he doesn't have a flush.
He's going to put the pressure on a 675 bet.
That's not how you win tournaments.
It's proof once again how you have to stay so aware of all the little things, the nuance at the poker table. You get information that if you're not really watching, you won't pick up on. You're watching Chino Rheem, a pro at this, do this to perfection.
Well, Anthony raising it with a 3 deuce here. Sam going to call out of the big blind with 7-6.
All right, 2 horrible hands, and the flop is a 10-10-7.
Well, Sam takes the lead here with the 2 sevens. He had the lead with 7 high, but now he's got to feel a lot better about it. He checks. Here comes Anthony.
Yeah, Uncle Tilty's going to bet 225. And Sam.
And he's going to make the call for sure with 10s and 7s, and that should shut Anthony down unless you put him on a straight draw. Now a king comes off. Well, Sam checks. Anthony does know the only way he can win is to bet at the pot, but he opts to check.
Yeah, he's had enough.
Now the board pairs kings. So both players playing the board.
Sam realizes how bad his hand just got, but he says, might as well bet it. 450.
Well, Anthony's got the same hand.
Oh, man. Oh.
I've speeded enough this tournament. I've speeded enough this tournament.
And we're watching Spinella go into a little tailspin here.
You got like some king 8 suited. I don't need to get too ambitious.
A beautiful bet right there by Sam Panzica.
Yep. If in doubt, bet.
Otherwise, you'd have checked, and Anthony would have bluffed at it and won the pot.
Now Chino with a jack 10 of diamonds.
425.
Blinds are up to 1 and 200 at this point. Chino makes it 425. Sam Panzica folds at ace deuce of diamonds. Surprising.
Well, Anthony with just a jack 4 offsuit. Wow. He's starting to make some of these steam calls here, Vince, looks like to me.
Is that 3? Not 4.
And you're going to play a jack 4 offsuit out of position here against the chip leader. I know it's Chino, but still. That's a good flop for Anthony. He's got an open in straight draw. He's going to check. Chino checks right behind him. And now a 10 comes off. Really a good card for Chino. Gives him top pair here. And Anthony said, maybe I can get him off this hand, but there's 0 chance you're going to get him off 2 10s here. Chino does make the call, so we're going to the river. And the 7 of clubs comes off, so it is a possible flush out there.
Anthony has nothing.
Well, he knows the only way he can win it is to bet at it, Vince, but I don't see it working here.
Well, the only way to lose more would be to bet at it. Because that's what's going to happen. Chino with top pair.
I guess you're not bluffing.
He may stall a while, but Chino's going to look him up. There it is. He is going to make the call and win the pot. So Chino Rheem extending his chip lead.
Nice, Sam.
Thank you.
It's Anthony Spinella now sort of spinning downward like a top going out of control, Vince. It was Chino Rheem doing it earlier. Now it's Anthony. It seems like Sam Panzica, the only sane one at the table here.
Well, maybe you are.
The tilt is in effect at the Bay 101. 3 players competing for this title. We're coming back for more. Stay with us. Yes, as we go back down to the felt, the blinds are 1 and 200.
500?
Chino betting 500,000 here. And unfortunately for him, Sam has got 2 8s.
All in.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's going all in over the top. Chino quickly going out.
There's Sam's mom in the audience.
How good was it?
It was a pair.
I needed to be 3s.
Huh? It was not 3s.
Yeah, Amelia, who flew in here to watch her son play this final table. And honestly, Vince, I haven't seen Sam make a mistake at this final table. He hadn't had any chips, but every time he does make a play, it seems like it's the right one.
All right, we move on, and Chino gonna hit it to 425 with just a 4-3. Sam goes out, and Spinella with a little pair of deuces. He's content to call and see the flop, so 4-3 versus deuces.
Yep, don't blame him for that.
And the flop is a deuce, ace-9, but all clubs.
Yep.
3 of a kind for Spinella.
Well, Chino does have the wheel draw, and he's going to make the continuation bet here, 400,000. Now, because it's 3 clubs, you might raise with 3 deuces here. But you know how aggressive Chino is. Maybe a call is a better play. That's what Anthony is doing, just hoping the club doesn't come off, or he can check and get another big bet out of Chino, perhaps. But now 4 comes off. That does give Chino a pair of 4s, but Anthony is checked. Chino quickly checks right behind him, and now the 4th club comes off.
Oh, boy.
Now, neither player happy to see that one. 4 clubs on the board. Action on Anthony. He's got 3 deuces, but can't be happy to see that 4th club. Oh, and look at this, Vince. What we call a blocking bet, 425,000. It's a very small bet into a big pot. It's obvious he just doesn't want to put more money in. To me, it's a sign he does not have a flush. Will Chino pick up on it and come over the top of him? Well, Chino calls him with 2 4s. I don't understand that.
4 flush, and he calls him with 2 4s.
I can see you raising. I can see you folding. I don't know how 2 4s could possibly be the best hand there.
Still need another 425. This thing is up for grabs at the Bay 101. Shifty, sneaky, interesting play happening by all the players. What an event we have, Lynn.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Let's go to the felt.
Well, there you see the ClubWPT.com chip count. Anthony Spinella out in front with 9.5 million. Chino Rheem not far behind with 9 million. Sam Panzica with 5.7 million. Anybody's ball game.
Yeah, the winner's going to take home close to 1.4 million. Also get that beautiful Hublot watch to wear for the rest of their life. The antes are 25,000. Blinds are 1 and 200,000. Let's do this. Action on Anthony Spinella. And he picks up a huge hand. Ace, king of clubs. Big slick.
Beautiful hand. Let's see how much he's going to raise it to.
He makes it 400,000 to go. Chino Rheem going out.
Sam Panzica going to make a call here with the king-9 of diamonds. Better hope a king doesn't come up. Let's come 10-5-5. Sam checks. Anthony going to make a continuation bet, as most everybody would with that board texture.
Yeah, 275. Sam was his king high. He's going to make this call.
Well, he's got backdoor diamonds and a backdoor straight, but
here we go with the turn. Oh, he's hit a 9, though.
Well, he's hit a 9 to make 2 pair in the best hand. He's going to check, but Anthony has the nut flush draw here and checks.
Deuce of diamonds on the river.
And now here comes Sam. 475,000 now. because of that board texture with no straight or flush draw on the flop, I think if you're in Anthony's seat, you got to give him some kind of pair or 3 5s here, in which case your ace-king can beat nothing.
Sam Panzica, 24 years old, started playing poker in high school. Beautifully done. He's going to take down this pot.
Well, there you see his mom Amelia sitting at the Dr. Pepper bar. She flew in as a surprise, and so far she's been very good luck for him.
425.
She sure has. And now onto this hand. Chino with big slick this time. Ace-king of diamonds makes it 425 to go. Sam looking down at 9-4 goes away, and Spinella.
And some big hands in this three-handed poker game.
Yeah, he's got a pretty solid ace-9.
Doesn't re-raise, just makes the call with it.
And the flop is a king-queen 4. Great for Chino.
Beautiful flop for Chino there. Anthony checks. Chino gonna bet.
300,000.
Well, Anthony gonna call him with ace high.
What's Anthony drinking there? Turn card 5 of diamonds.
Well, he knows Chino could raise with a 10-8, 10-9, anything possible. And this time he had a real hand, ace-king of diamonds.
Not my money.
And he's gonna bet $1 million. I just can't see Anthony lighting up any more money on fire here.
Yeah, it's one thing to float on the flop, but now $1 million comes out there.
He'll be floating to the bottom of the river. He puts much more money in this pot.
He talked me out of it.
Chino Rhe has once again taken the chip lead, man.
All right, we look to Sam Panzica's hand. It's an attractive king-queen.
Nice hand in a three-handed poker game.
He's raised to 400,000.
Well, Anthony gonna make a call out of the small blind, and Chino is gonna make it a three-way party. I mean, there was $1 million in there. It cost him 200,000 more to call. That's why he called with a 6 deuce, in case you're wondering.
Flop comes up queen 9-4, so 2 guys with queens. Sam out in front with the kicker of a king.
And they've checked it around to him. And he's going to bet 675,000. But Anthony with top pair, I don't see him going anywhere. And he does make the call. Chino going out. Well, 7 of diamonds comes off. Anthony checks. And Sam will not check this because he may suspect Anthony has some kind of straight draw or flush draw or smaller pair. You're just not going to give him a free card to beat you.
Well, he's bet $1,150,000.
Should have just folded flop.
Whoa. He's got to lay down queens. That's a nice lay down.
Then there's Sam's mom, Amelia, clapping for him. Can he go on and continue? He's moved into second chip position now, Vince, after being in last place. What seems like an eternity at this final table in terms of chip count. Anthony Spinella has fallen to third place.
You just made a lot of money.
I know, man. Life's good again.
Action going to Spinella. This is Anthony Spinella's second final table. He finished at 6th place at the LA Poker Classic back in season 14.
Look at Chino re-raising with an 8-5 here. Sam gets out of the way. Makes it $1 million to go, 600,000 more to Anthony. Now, Anthony gets a little stubborn here sometimes. He calls, but then when he misses the flop, he just gives the pot up. Too many times for this play to be profitable for him, I would think. Well, flop king, king, queen. About as far away from both of these guys' cards as you can get. But there's a quick snap bet by Chino. The continuation bet for a little Millie. And Anthony does give it up. So Chino Rheem on the move right now and moving in the right direction toward that 4th WPT title.
Man, you can say what you want about Chino Rheem. He's playing crazy, he's tilting off, but he also wins with nothing hands a lot of the time, and that's impressive.
Well, Vance, I would say Gus Hansen, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi, Chino Rheem, Phil Ivey, those 4 guys, if any of them are at the final table, you never turn the dial.
All right, we got a raise by Anthony Spinella. Jack 7 has been called by Sam with King 4, and the flop is a King Queen 4.
That goes check, check. Now queens come off to pair the board. Well, Sam checks. Anthony now is going to start betting the jack high.
He's betting 350.
There's no way Sam is going to put him on a king or a queen, or he would have bet the flop. He does make the call for 350,000. We're going to the river. Now the 8 of spade comes off, putting the backdoor flush possibility out there. Sam is going to check. Will Anthony fire again? Well, he's getting out betting chips. And a lot of them.
1,250,000.
And Sam, as you can see, takes a deep breath, sits back in his chair. I think he's much more worried about the backdoor flush than he is about his opponent having a king or a queen in his hand. And he's going to give it up. So it turns out to be a great river bet by Anthony.
Oh, that's a rough turn card.
To steal that pot and take it down.
You have it? Sorry, John.
Yeah, a lot of advanced play here. Everyone out of their comfort zone here tonight. Winner's going to take home close to 1.4, and right now Sam Panzica with a 9-8 of clubs. Suited connector, going to raise to 400.
Anthony going out. Chino with the 2 walking sticks. See how he's going to play him. Well, there's how he's going to play him boldly. 1.2 million to bet. And a quick call by Sam Panzica.
How much you have left?
6.
He wants to see a flop with these suited connectors, even though it cost him 800,000 more to do so. And flop is queen 3-3, a great flop there for Chino. He's going to make a continuation bet here and just hold his breath. He doesn't get raised. That didn't happen. Chino taking it down.
I had it there.
Not a fun flop.
It was a good flop for me. You gotta pull triggers, you know?
Chino, give me some wise words of wisdom.
Pair of 7s. That's what I had.
You had 7s?
I had 7s.
Telling the truth this time.
You had a pair too, or? Huh? Ace Jack?
9-8 suited.
9-8 suited, yeah.
Well, Vince, I've seen this a lot at this final table. These guys telling each other what they have after the hand's over. Seems mysterious to me when you're playing for 1.3 million.
Here we go. It's going to be on Spinella. With the button, he's got a big ace jack.
Well, certainly going to raise with this hand on the button.
And now Chino with a little pair of 4s.
How much did you start with?
6.
And you?
5.3.
I'm all in.
And all in.
Well, he's setting them all in. He's not really going all in himself, but you know, that should be obvious. Who goes from 400,000 to 12 million? I mean, you would never do that with a premium hand, aces, kings, or queens. These guys know that. Anthony knows it. If I was sitting in Anthony's seat, it's obvious to me he's got 2 4s, 2 5s, or a baby ace suited.
Yeah.
Now the question is, do you want to race for your money?
You know, I feel like we're probably flipping. Good wager.
Well, he said he doesn't feel like flipping, so he did think that he had a small pair. That was exactly right, but just didn't want to gamble his money on the flip.
Best hand I fold. Suited I call. Suited I call. No.
You didn't fold a pair?
No, you have one?
I had the best hand for sure.
Yeah? Ace king? Ace queen? I guess you figure I call ace queen?
I think you had maybe ace 8.
You insulting me?
Ace jack.
Yes.
Ace jack.
I normally snap that off.
Younger you would have been behind.
Odds of 125, 250 with a 25,000 ante. And Sam quickly folding, and Anthony Spinella with a 10-8. We'll just call it. Chino also with a 10-8.
Check.
And Chino checks right behind him. These guys have the same hand, even have the same suits.
Big flop is a 9-5-5.
Well, no help to either player. Anthony checks. And Chino checked behind him. Now an 8 comes off, so they both have 8s and 5s.
300.
So Chino is going to bet 300,000. Called by Anthony. And now the board pairs 8, so 8's full for both players. Anthony checks.
1 million?
1 million bet by Chino. This is obviously going to get raised, just a matter of how much.
Spinella can't believe his luck. He's saying, I checked, I got bet, and now this is party time.
He's trying to figure out his sizing that he can get paid off with. Would he pay off a minimum bet? Would he pay off a maximum bet?
There you go.
And the answer is he's going to make the min raise here to 2 million. And now Chino sits up in his chair saying, wait a minute here. I'm the one with 8's full. Let's see what Chino's going to do now. Obviously could be beat. His opponent could have 8-9, 2 9s, 2 5s, but you have to love your hand when it comes 8-8 and you make 8's full.
I mean, you might stick in a raise, but with the guy with 5's full really re-raise.
Well, he's going to raise $1 million.
Yeah.
It's like limit poker.
Yeah.
It's like we're playing 500,000 and $1 million. It's gone 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and call, and now it's going to be a split pot.
No one's going to be really happy or not happy. Even the crowd is disappointed.
Well, Michael the Grinder Mizrachi pulling for Chino Rheem, oohs and ahs like everybody else when it's a split pot.
Nice hand.
Chopping the pot up with junk.
I had a little fun with it.
I had fun.
It was a fun hand. It was fun.
I thought I would scoop it another like 1.5 million, but
They're both lying.
And we move on. This time Chino Rheem.
Wow, he folds on the button for the first time, 10-4 hearts.
Did you get a count?
Sam Panzica in the small blind, going to limp in and call.
You're not going to divulge your voice during this hand?
Yeah, like 4.5 or something.
4.5? Yeah, like 5, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now flop comes Queen Jack 5. Anthony out in front with the 2 5s, but Sam has a flush draw. He's going to bet 300,000. Anthony going to call him here with bottom pair. So off to the turn we go, and a 6 comes off. This gives Sam the best hand now and the best draw. He checks, and Anthony checks right behind him. And now the ace of hearts comes off. A flush for Sam. He is getting out betting chips, and right now you can just sense Chino Rheem is steaming over there because he folded the 10-4 hearts.
Whoa, 775 bet by Sam. And Anthony, of course, only with a little pair of 5s.
Well, that's the only way you can call this, if you put your opponent on a straight draw where he's got 9-10 or 10-8. There's no other hand you can beat. 0. You could beat 2 deuces or 2 3s, but he called him with bottom pair here.
6 of hearts. Figured. Nice hand. Yeah, that's what I expected to lose to.
I folded 10-4 hearts. I was just thinking. You're going to fold if I raise pre-flop, right?
Yeah, good hand.
Anthony Spinella had things going his way for a while at this final table, Vince, but it's all turned around for him. He is now in a distant 3rd place.
No, it was a bad call, but it's really the combo I was concerned with.
I know he was trying to make a hero call there, but wow.
Well, Sam this time with a nice mid-pair. Pair of 7s makes it 500,000. And Spinella looks down at ace-6 of hearts, and he will go all in with it. Chino out. Quick call by Sam.
Well, Sam in great shape here to bust Anthony out of this tournament in 3rd place. Let's see if the walking sticks hold up.
First 3, Queen, 6, deuce, 7's out in front.
There's got to be 1 heart on there.
Yeah, let's put a heart. Turn heart.
Anthony makes 2 6s, but Sam's still out in front with 2 7s.
4 of diamonds on the turn, no help.
We are down to the river. Anthony Spinella needs an ace or a 6 to stay alive in this tournament. He's reaching for his shoes, his backpack.
Yeah. Sam a big favorite here, and the river card.
Oh, an ace! 1 shoe on the river. Oh, we did it! Unbelievable. Tough luck for Sam Panzica there. Outdrawn on the river. Anthony Spinella stays alive.
That felt great.
The newest real money online poker room is here, and it's called WPT Global. Join the world's largest poker network with games running 24/7 with buy-in levels to suit all bankrolls. We've got tons of cash games at all stakes, and tournaments every day with huge prize pools. Sign up today in the description below and use bonus code YT85 and we'll match your first deposit dollar for dollar.
Down the felt, look at this. Sam Panzica with a pair of aces makes it 500,000. Spinella right behind him with King Jack makes the call.
And now Chino with Queen Jack of Hearts.
All in.
Whoa.
Wow. All in for Chino.
Call.
It's gonna backfire. Sam really does have a big hand.
Wow. Well, Chino was trying to squeeze there, hoping Sam didn't have any kind of hand where he'd just pick up the pot right there, but his mom, very happy at the moment. Her son has the best hand possible. She knows that much.
Flop is a 10-7-6.
9 of hearts.
Put a 7 up.
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts.
Come on, you got a heart. A 9 of hearts is only fair.
7.
9 of hearts.
Just put a 7 up there.
Big moment here for Chino. Can he get the card? No. Bad card. 4 of spades.
He is drawing dead here, so
Nice hand.
picked a very bad time to go all in there. And with that pot, Sam Panzica on the verge of taking the chip lead.
And right now, Chino right back at it.
525.
Making it 5.25 to go
Wow.
with King 6.
Another big hand by Sam.
Sam picking up a pair of 9s here.
And he's getting a rush at the right time, but he just calls here, does not re-raise. Anthony getting out of their way. Gonna let the chip leaders duel a minute here. Hope one of them goes broke. And a 9 right on the flop. 3 9s for Sam. Chino with zippity-doo-dah. And it goes check, check. Now a 5 comes off, so Chino does have a gut shot straight draw here, but Sam with 3 9s, now reaching for betting chips. 675,000.
Call.
Wow. When you're calling trying to hit a gut shot, that's asking for a lot. Now a 3 comes off. Sam saying, hey, the guy called me on the turn, maybe he'll call me on the river.
Yeah, he bets 1.4.
Got anything? What do you got? Come on, Sam, talk to me. You got anything good?
Chino with just king high, trying to get a read on him.
He's thinking about a hero call here, Vince. If he puts a man on a hand, he goes with his instincts. He does give it up, wisely so.
Bluffing. Huh? You had it?
I always have it.
Always? You never bluff?
Most of the time.
Most of the time? When it counts.
When it counts.
So Sam Panzica, he's on a roll right now, man.
We got a call by Sam Panzica this time, and Anthony not going to get aggressive with king 6. So the two of them will battle with this. And the flop is a 6-5-7. So Sam picking up 6s.
Yeah, he's got 2 6s in the straight draw, but Anthony's got him beat 2 6s with king kicker. So it's bet and call 300,000. Now a deuce of hearts comes off, giving Sam a flush draw. And he checks here. Keep the pot size down so he can call a bet if the guy makes it, but it went to check behind him. Now, Sam makes 2 pair on the river, 9s and 6s. And now many players would check here, Vince, with a possible straight and possible flush out there. But Sam is trying to bet the 2 pair for value here. But look at this, he is getting raised. It's another 1.3 million for Sam to make this call.
Can I go back in 2 minutes and just check?
Exactly what I was thinking, Sam.
Such a sick hand.
Well, Vince, let's see if Sam can sort this out. You just wouldn't think a guy would raise you if he made a straight with a possible flush out there. So you have to put him on the flush.
I call.
Wow. He is going to call, and it's a good one.
Wow, he called him a 2 pair. He figured it out. He wouldn't have raised with a straight. He'd have just called. Nice call by Sam Panzica to take down that pot.
And now we're back at the Bay 101 shooting star, Sam Panzica, 24 years old with over 14 million in chips.
Well, Vince, he was sitting 3rd on the totem pole in this 3-handed battle for a long time, and now he's got a substantial chip lead. definitely he's going to be the guy to beat now.
Yeah, he's got the button and he's got big slick as well. He's king of diamonds. Makes it 500,000 to go.
Boy, he is picking up some hands at the right time now, I can tell you that. Aces, nines, ace, king of diamonds. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh. Chino with a 5-3 will make this call, hoping to get lucky against the chip leader. Flop is an ace, 3 deuce, 2 clubs.
Now Chino checks, middle pair and a straight draw. Sam is going to make the continuation bet.
Call.
And Chino calls him.
And it just keeps getting better for Sam as a king hits.
Back.
Well, again, Chino checks. And I'm sure, again, Sam will be betting, just a matter of how much. Wow, 950,000 the bet. Just don't see how you can go any farther with a gut shot straight draw here.
Unless you're Chino Rheem,
call.
Who likes to gamble, he's going to call this.
He's got to catch a 3 or a 4 to win this pot.
Doesn't realize it. Going to the river, queen of spades.
Well, Chino checks again.
And Sam once more.
2.1.
Wow, 2.1 million. The guy called $1 million on the turn, so you might as well bet $2 million on the river. Hoping he pays you off again.
You just keep firing, huh? Well, I can only beat a bluff. Good news for you. This will put me right back in it. You know, it'll be just, you know, a nice little... All right, this is gonna take a second. I mean, I'm just guessing here. This is all I'm doing, I'm just guessing. But, you know, can't win if you don't fire, right? And then...
He's trying to talk himself into calling here, Vince.
He is.
I call.
Oh, no!
My gosh. Unbelievable. 2.1 million. He called there with 2 threes.
He just talked himself into it all the way, and that is huge.
That was a big, big gift on the river. I should fold the river.
Chino's an instinct player. His gut thought he might be bluffing. He paid him off, and now he's got to climb back into it. Let's see if he can.
All right, we'll get back down to it. Spinella now with King Jack.
All in.
Says all in.
All in.
Chino over the top with his short stack all in.
Well, Sam wins him, but no way he's going to play King 10 here.
Definitely calling that.
Sam gets out of the way.
Chino out in front with the ace-queen.
Chino saved me.
Against the King Jack.
You get King Queen? 10.
I asked for that one. We still got it.
Thank you.
Crowd completely stunned. Don't know what to expect. The flop is a queen 6 deuce. That is good for Chino.
Michael the Griner Mizrachi, very happy to see that flop.
So the barefoot Spinella, close to extinction, gets out his shoe to put back on, but he gets his card!
Vance, that shoe's like the glass slipper for him.
Hold, please.
Fits perfectly.
Hold. Zet.
Down to the river. Now Chino needs to get extremely lucky.
Wow.
4 clubs on the river, not going to work out for Chino Rheem.
Anthony Spinella has been so lucky in these situations. He had to catch an ace on the river to stay alive a minute ago, 3-handed. Now he had to catch a king. He did it both times.
Oh, yeah, I was running good in all ends this one.
But really, really tough luck for Chino Rheem right there. Visions of a 4th WPT title just about out the window.
475.
Chino now all in with his 475 total. And a Spinella with a 5-3. Anthony's gonna call.
Chino's got queen 10 up against Anthony's 5-3 of ours.
You got a 5 in there.
Once again, Chino out front. Let's see if this one holds up.
Oh boy.
For the first step back of his long journey.
King 8 on the flop.
Queen high silver leads for Chino.
Oh no!
A 5 on the turn. He hit it on the turn just like before. Chino now needs a queen, a 10, or an 8 to win this pot.
Yep.
Must have a queen, 10, or an 8, or he's going to be our third place finisher. Wow. You know, Vince, sometimes it's just not in the cards for you. Tough luck for Chino Rheem. I feel his pain. He was so close to a 4th WPT title.
Yeah, great player. Not to beat tonight. He's going to take home $521,000. And a bad beat story. He's off to talk to Matt Savage.
Obviously a good run here, 521,000, but it feels like a
feels like a loss for sure.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like a loss because we had a shot to make history, and even though I say I play for the money, it was in the back of my head. I really wanted to win, and it's nobody's fault but my own that I didn't. It's not bad luck or anything. Overall, I feel like even if I got unlucky, I didn't play well enough to deserve that 4th title.
You're going to come back from this, yeah?
Definitely. I'll probably win like Rolling Thunder, like right here.
All right. And we'll see you at the TOC.
Thank you.
All right,
thank you.
Panzica going after his 2nd WPT title. He has a pair of 7s here.
Well, pairs are big hands. Playing heads-up poker.
600.
Sam knows it.
Wow, you're just going to raise me like that?
Spinella behind him has a king jack, and he says all in. And it's been called.
Let's do this. I would have called, but you know. You can't let you raise my big blind like that.
Well, here we go. We got a race. If Sam wins the race, he'll be the champion. If not, they won't be far apart in chip count.
7s versus king jack, and the flop is a king jack.
Next case, it must come 7-7 exactly.
That's the way to start the heads-up battle.
Well, there's no question that the king jack is going to be Anthony Spinella's favorite hand from here out for the rest of his life.
7.
He wins this tournament. He took the king jack a minute ago. Remember, he had to catch the king on the turn.
It's over 4 and a queen.
To beat Chino Rheem's 2 queens. He did it. Now he flops a full house here.
I knew I wouldn't be able to stack you on that flop, so I had to get it in free.
And Vince, just like that, so much for the big chip lead by Sam Panzica.
Yeah, it's 14 million to 10 million. Blinds 150 and 3. Action now on Anthony. He's got a pair of 4s. He'll move it up, raising it to 650 total. Sam with a 9-10.
Man, he's going to look at a flop.
Totally supposed to be 8. Still misclicking.
Flop is a 10-5-3. Sam has outflopped Anthony.
Yeah, great flop for Sam here. Yeah, certainly you're going to bet 2 4s here as a continuation bet. Just hope your opponent goes away.
Yeah, 550.
He's going to get check raised here, Vince.
It sure is. Total of 1.4.
That'll probably do it for Anthony here.
He's going to get a little crazy with us here.
Oh my gosh, Vince, look at this. He is going to re-raise here. Going to try to represent 2 jacks or better in this hand. Now, let's see if Sam's going to go for that.
All in. I misclicked. Raise I was trying to call.
Wow, Sam quickly goes all in.
These things are so hard to read how much the numbers are. You can just look at how many chips I put in.
Sam Panzica getting closer to taking home the title. There's Mom in the front row.
I'm never going to win tournaments doing that.
Well, Vince, it looked like a subtle play there, but that was a big all-in right there by Sam Panzica in my mind. He could have been about drawing dead.
It worked out. Anthony this time with an attractive ace-8 of clubs.
Well, certainly a nice hand playing heads up. You're going to raise it with this.
Wow. Sam's going all in with his ace-10.
In the spirit of the game.
Yeah, I don't see how Anthony's going to get away from this hand.
I call.
Oh, boy, he has called.
Nice hand.
And he's behind, Mike.
Yeah. Sam Panzica dominating right now. Ace-10 versus ace-8. If Sam's hand holds up, he'll be a 2-time WPT champion this season. That is good stuff.
I could have played better than that. Huh?
Well, Anthony's made bigger drawouts than this so far. Let's see if he can do it again.
Jack 5-3.
Now, if the board would pair twice, they would split this pot. Obviously, Anthony will win it if it comes 2 running clubs.
Anthony, get the shoe on. 4 diamonds on the turn.
So Anthony will tie the pot. If a deuce comes off, he'll win it with an 8. Anything else,
it's over.
It will be over.
Yep, down to the last card. Huge title at stake. To the river by the bay.
Well, he was down to 2 cards before. He needed an ace or a 6. He caught an ace against Chino.
That's it.
Well, it's the 5. That's going to do it. Sam Panzica is our champion. Well, Vince, you got to hand it to Anthony Spinella. He started out this final table in 5th chip position. Got lucky a couple times to stay alive. Finished 2nd. I don't think he's got any room to complain. Played well. Just wasn't meant to be.
Anthony, what an amazing week for you and a great night tonight. Fell a little bit short, but are you happy with your performance?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, is King Jack your new favorite hand?
A little bit. Getting there.
All right, congratulations again.
Thanks.
One more time, let's hear it for our champion, Sam Panzica.